How walking?
That
Hi,
place
Dwight.
like drain me from my energy. It's clear to see. Next time you speak
What a
of
video
my
host
name,
about
you
to
will bring your
have.
feet. Yeah.
This is wife is wife.
Chevrolet passing. Rooms full
Whose
of passion.
bathroom is he
Rooms
in?
full of trash with booze in the back.
Good question.
Tools I was need you to look at me. See the pain in my face. Yeah.
That's actually mad funny. I don't know why.
Actually, not that bad.
It's not.
The beat
Yes.
is nice,
Yes.
actually.
And the video was like really, really good quality.
Yes.
That was high quality, compelling content.
And you know what? I gotta retract a little bit of my statement from last week. I heard some of the words of the song. I was like, oh, okay, this is actually not half bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like trash.
I'm actually gonna listen to it again.
Yeah, I was like, now I'm gonna actually listen to the full song.
Yeah. I didn't want to say I turned it on.
So is he about to have a whole this is his next thing besides not wrestling?
Probably, as an artist, because he's been trying to go viral now. And I guess now
You
music is another
know,
thing too.
I guess.
So essentially, he's a Brooklyn nigga.
Sleep.
What's up, y'all? This is Jay the Creative,
I'm Angelo Carter.
and this is not Culture 316 today.
Yes, it is.
This is JobberCulture.
JobberCulture.
Because we got the Jobber Tears podcast in the building.
What up, y'all?
Thank you guys for having us. As everyone may or may not know, I'm Janelle from HR, and to my left is one of my co-hosts, Mr. Blacc, live and in color. Thank you guys for having us on your show.
Thanks. This is a pleasure to have you.
Well, this is an honor for us.
Yeah.
It keeps us humble, I promise.
It does. It does. It does.
It keeps us our ears to the streets. So we appreciate you guys for having us, and I'm excited. I'm looking to have fun. I'm always on your side of the table, so
Right.
now I'm like in a different seat today.
But this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. By the way, because this is coming out on Sunday, a couple hours before the Jobber Tears podcast party at Legends for SummerSlam.
Yes.
Which you need to be there.
Hosted by Peter Rosenberg.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
We're gonna have Fox 5 News there to give us some coverage.
I'm gonna be on Fox 5 News again.
They're doing coverage on wrestling fans in their own element.
Yeah.
Preparing for when SmackDown goes to Fox. So we're really excited that we have them. And then also before SummerSlam, Peter Rosenberg will be doing his Cheap Heat live podcast. So tickets are on sale
excited for
on
that.
Eventbrite. So you can, if you're a fan of his podcast and want to see it live, you're more than welcome to do so. And then we're gonna roll right into our SummerSlam viewing party.
There's gonna be Stack Guy Greg there, right? Only, right?
Yes.
So you're not
Stack Guy
bringing
Greg.
no guests, nothing like
No,
that.
I think it's just the two of them. So we're excited, and then we're doing a whole bunch of raffles, giveaways. So just come out and have a good time.
This shit.
Don't forget our NXT party.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
JobberSlam 5 the night
Yes,
before, but
yes.
this drops after, so it's a little hard to talk about it. But
It happened already.
yeah,
The NXT party happened already. It was mad fun.
In internet land,
It was mad
fast.
fun.
We had a good time.
Popping.
Yeah, it was mad fun.
It was mad. Anyway, so this is our SummerSlam special. So we're all going to be giving our little SummerSlam predictions. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Let me actually pull up the card real quick. All right, so as of right now, I don't think every match has been, because they usually like to add in a little match like the Friday before. But this is the card so far. SummerSlam emanating from Toronto this year, not in Brooklyn, which sucks because I definitely would have went this year.
No, Toronto is an amazing city. I'm jealous that I can't go.
Well, yeah,
Toronto's
I'm more jealous
poppin'.
that they're getting this.
Yeah,
But
this
whatever.
is actually like a big week for Toronto because
It's-
you had Caravana, OVO Fest,
True.
and SummerSlam all within the span of
And
like 10 days.
they're actually doing what they didn't do here in Brooklyn, but they never did Access during SummerSlam
True.
weekend. So they're doing Access actually in Toronto, and then you also have all the indie shows like Ring of Honor's doing their summer card show the Friday before SummerSlam
In Toronto?
In Toronto, you have a whole bunch of once again independent Japan promotions in Toronto doing shows.
Yeah.
So it's a wrestling
Don't
weekend.
think about
in
some of the
Toronto.
New York ones like Hogs and
Oh,
Friday.
yes. Oh, I'm so
High
mad I can't
intensity.
go.
High intensity. Oh, you
It's
can.
gonna be the
I
Young
can never
Bucks
go.
Young Bucks
I always
final
gotta work.
indie date.
Indie Day.
Yeah, versus who they going House Party.
Against
Private Party.
I'm sorry.
He's on House Party.
Sorry, House Party, but Private Party.
Private Party.
Shout out to JB of the Weed and Wrestling podcast. He made a great point. Private Party was Street Profits. What is the Street Profits? Like, if you really think about it, Private Party has like a better, like, refined gimmick compared to the Street Profits.
No, I like Street Profits.
Street Profits is a bunch of niggas.
Exactly.
But you have to understand, Street
And that's
Profits.
okay. That's the
cool.
name of the group, Street Profits.
But it's cool though. But you have to understand, it only appeals to but so much of the audience.
No, if you would have seen the pop they got in bum ass Connecticut when they
won them tag titles.
I'm telling
It's
you.
Connecticut. That's
No,
what was it, Stanford?
What I'm telling you.
No, it wasn't Stanford. It was in Bridgeport.
Bridgeport's the hood.
No, but
That's
what
mad funny.
What I'm telling
Like
you,
Bridgeport's
though,
literally the hood.
It
like,
is the hood.
It's the hood.
But what I'm telling you is the way that they pop like all over. Like when you go, like when NXT does like they house shows like all over the South, or like they were just in Columbia, South Carolina. They were just in Atlanta.
The hood.
Not the hood. It's the South.
Hood niggas.
But in Florida too.
Florida man?
Listen, where Full Sail is
Florida
not
man?
the hood.
Florida man?
Look, hood is Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale,
RT of Florida.
Miami.
Dogs, it's Florida.
RT, it's Florida though. It's Florida.
It's Florida. You never heard of Florida man?
Oh my gosh.
I'm
All
actually
right.
fucking over Florida.
Wait.
Personally.
You never seen Atlanta?
Oh, the show with
No one else sees it but me.
Oh, Atlanta, yeah.
Yes, remember episode 1 of season 3? He said,
Oh,
Florida
see.
man?
I stopped at season 2.
Oh, see, I'm still on season 1 of Atlanta.
See, yeah, I finished season 1. I'm on season 2. So sorry.
All right, like literally, we'll come back to this on Sunday if I got to it.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
All right, SummerSlam from the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario. We have the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Who do you have and why?
Brock, I think Seth is kind of like boring. Like I said on the show, he's Tom Brady. Like he's Tom Brady, where you respect his talent, but you would never like he does. Like you're corny. Basically, Lee Mintar said this. He's the high school quarterback that he's nice. He'll be state every year, but he's a cornball. Like he's corny. Like I don't address him as Seth Rollins. It's Tyler Black to me because he's been doing too much on the internet.
See what I have to deal with? There you go. Live and in color, guys.
What about you, Janelle?
I will agree with Mr. Black. I do think Brock will retain. I don't see him dropping the title to. I don't see him winning Money in the Bank to then cash in to then win to then lose the next month. Like
there's no point.
that doesn't make sense. And as much people complain about part-time Brock and blah, 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 I have no beef with Brock. I feel like Brock on TV actually gives people an opportunity that you would have never seen on TV, be on TV. And if WWE used them correctly, then it would all make sense. So I think I don't think Raw not revolving around the Universal title is okay.
Right.
I'm not mad about it. There were times back in the day where the focus on the Intercontinental Championship forever. Like it was Rock, it was Ken Shamrock, it was Triple H. Like it was focused on different titles at different times.
Right.
So I don't mind Brock not being on TV, but I think I see Seth kind of taking a step back and kind of recollecting himself. I think he's in a stale state, especially being a face, because everyone knows he does a better heel. But there's actually probably way too many heels on Raw right now. Especially they just turned AJ, so I was like, there's no way Steph is gonna turn anytime soon. But yeah, I see Brock winning. Oh, who got fucked up? Oh, 24/7.
That's actually mad funny.
Yo, who pinned her?
Wait,
Mike Kanellis pinned her while she was on the table
Yo.
at the
Sweet.
OBGYN.
That's mad funny.
And then
Oh, it was Secret Ref.
Yeah.
R-Truth cradled him and won the title.
Yo, this is like the most interesting storyline.
This is
ever.
like,
This is actually fire.
it's mad funny.
This is actually
it
fire.
is the
Very interesting.
PG hardcore title, 24/7 title. Like
legit.
It
It's
legit
legit.
is.
You want to go?
You go.
I'll go. Okay, so I think that Brock is going to retain. To kind of piggyback off of what y'all was saying, I think that Seth is kind of in a stale state. Also, part-time Brock as champion is more interesting than full-time Seth. I feel like Brock, I don't know how he does it. Literally shows up 2-3 straight shows and automatically Raw is more interesting to watch. Like seeing Brock Lesnar beat up Seth Rollins is more interesting than seeing Seth Rollins defend the title on Raw.
Against Baron Corbin.
Against Baron Corbin.
But 18,000 times.
Right.
So I think that part-time Brock is definitely a more of a spectacle than full-time Seth as a champion. I think that that's the reason why McMahon put the belt back on him. So I think that Brock is going to retain.
I agree. Brock is going to retain. I feel like Seth has cooled off incredibly since WrestleMania. The Baron Corbin stuff didn't help. The Becky Lynch stuff didn't help.
I buried him, actually.
Like, literally, like, I could have gone without knowing that they're a couple.
Yes.
So, you know, it would have been nice to let that be a secret.
It was cute
you know?
for 2.5 seconds.
It was.
Right.
It was.
Right. You know, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, hey, is the camera on?
Yeah, so
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not talking to nothing. So yeah, moving on. The next match is Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch defending against Natty in a submission match. Who do you have and why?
Unfortunately, and this is due to the fact they just put her ass on the cover of 2K20, that Becky Lynch will probably retain. Unfortunately, I'm not a Becky Lynch fan. Like, I'm not a bandwagon. So not because as a female wrestling fan, I can appreciate and respect the history that she's made. Absolutely can, but that doesn't make me a fan
Right.
at all. But come on, it's Toronto. They would never let another Hart Foundation family member win in Toronto without being probably screwed. So I definitely see Becky probably winning, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Becky, because Becky has no iconic wins. So throughout what I know is the WWE, what makes a great champion is their wins and how they do it. Example, Kofi fought Dolph in that cage match. The reason why it was so iconic because nobody ever flew out the cage the way he did.
The way he did, right.
Another iconic moment, him and Samoa Joe. Another iconic moment when he went promo to promo against Randy Orton. These are different moments that make your reign iconic. And Becky don't have that iconic moment other than winning it at WrestleMania to like kind of a stale crowd because the crowd was definitely tapped out from Kofi winning.
The minute they hit
Right.
that 12th, all right, time to go.
Yeah, everyone was tired.
I
People
picked up
don't
my
realize,
chair.
like,
Right.
WrestleMania is 8 hours.
So her beating Natalya gonna bring out the best of her. They're gonna bring out the best of each other. So her winning will give that iconic like, all right, I see why you're champion. So Becky.
I say Becky as well. For both of those points, because she's on the cover. Why would they have her, the cover star, lose? Also for the fact that you know, she doesn't really have any iconic moments in this this title reign. I also see her winning because she's Natty's a Hart, and it's a submission match, and they're probably gonna do a screw finish. They're probably gonna, because they'll never let it go.
No.
Ever.
You can't, though.
You can't, but it's just like, we gotta do this again. Another screw drop
I like the fact that, because they just added the submissions match stipulation part to the match, which I like because they're both very well in that realm of submissions. So I think you're gonna see like one or two moves that you probably have never seen neither one of them actually
So it's
do.
a regular submission match?
Huh?
Regular submission match?
Yeah. What other submission match would there be?
Ultimate submission match?
Okay, this is WWE though.
Yo, WWE had it. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit Ultimate Submission match.
Okay.
Where like who got
Okay, once again,
submission?
those people, one of those is not with us anymore. And what year are we in? And what era are we in?
What's wrong with having the Ultimate Submission match?
Just saying.
You can have an Iron Man match, an Iron Woman match that.
And even
But I don't
that's pushing the limit.
But I don't even think that they would do that because, I mean, the card is so stacked.
Yeah.
That is just like, if
Yeah.
it goes any longer than 15, 20 minutes, you're looking at an 8-hour SummerSlam. At
This
that
is
point.
more like a.
Standard.
Yeah, I can see this happening on like a the Timberland pay-per-view. What's that Timberland pay-per-view called?
Stomping Grounds.
Timberland.
The Timberland
I'm
review.
saying, like,
Oh my gosh, because I'm like, yo, what is that? Oh, he's talking about WWE Stomp the
Yo,
Yard.
he gives.
He's talking about
Stomp
Kurt
Ground.
Franklin
Here we
presents Stomp.
We give nicknames to mad
WWE
shit. And
stomped the devil out.
We be lost. We be like, what? What are you talking about?
So this is something I see on the Timberland pay-per-view. Yeah, but you're right.
Who do you have?
I would definitely say Becky. I feel like Becky's gonna retain because going off like the whole iconic moments and the fact that she really hasn't had any since she won a title at Mania. I also feel like the way that Natty's been positioned as a heel, especially coming off this going home on
It's
Raw.
been genius.
So I feel like with
Wow.
Natty,
If you consider last week, Becky really is the heel.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you finish.
but I feel like even with that, because like for example on Raw, which literally just happened, Natty had Becky in the sharpshooter and like push Trish, who is going to be the face in the Trish Charlotte match. So I feel like Natty has taken on more of a heel role than Becky has.
Okay.
As far as like the build up of this whole thing, I also think it's going to be a really good match.
Me too.
So I'm looking forward to it either way. But
Okay.
yeah, I feel like Becky's going to take this.
All right. Next match, we have WWE Champion Kofi Kingston defending against Randy Orton, 14-time. He's 13, 14?
14.
14-time champion.
No one cares. Kofi Kingston, the end.
Yep.
That's it. That we don't even talk about it no more. I mean, I love the story build up. It was like one of those archive stories that you
Yeah.
just for kind of you knew, but you kind of forgot about like how it all went down.
Right.
So it all comes full circle, and I think it adds another, as Mr. Blacc mentioned, a prestige to Kofi's title reign, because now it's like, all right, he's gonna end finally that chapter that he had against Randy,
Right.
and the beef that he has with him is finally gonna come to an end. I mean, I would be very shocked if Randy Orton walked out of Toronto champion.
I don't think they're moving to Riot.
After everything they've literally like put Kofi on this high ass pedestal,
Right.
That's a fact.
and which I appreciate WWE. Thank you so much.
He was in Africa.
Right, Homeland hasn't been there over probably 15 years.
And that 24 is going to be fire, by the way.
Fire, but I just don't see they see more value in him being champion right now than giving the title back to Randy and him doing what with it again.
True.
Like,
I have a question.
Doing this in the corner.
I know this is really it's along the lines. Would it make more sense to put Kofi on the cover of W2K instead of Roman?
it doesn't.
I see it two ways.
I feel like Kofi has a better story, but Roman is a bigger spectacle.
Well, you have to understand, like, he beat cancer twice.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Can't talk about people like that. Okay, yeah. Can't talk about that. I mean, Roman has the more, and I'm not a Roman Reigns fan, so it pains me to say this. He has more of the star power, so it makes sense to, and to be honest, it's an iconic cover. So to have the one that just won the ESPN, comeback of the year, and then you have the first ever two time like two belts, dual champion,
that wasn't the first one.
Dual women's champion.
women's champion.
Paige.
No,
Yes, she was. She was NXT champion,
was at the time.
and
she
she
didn't
was.
win at the same time.
But doesn't matter.
It does matter though.
She was the Women Divas champion.
And then she low key dropped it with the next, was it the next day or the next
Not
week?
even like a month later. Yeah, JBL said she had to drop it.
But regardless, she didn't win at the same time. Becky is the only person to do that.
And she was the first woman to,
And they headline WrestleMania.
Mania, yeah.
So it's a whole bunch of like firsts with the both of them. So it makes.
I mean, it's
sense.
kind of like this way. Like, which one's gonna sell? A woman and a black person on the cover? That's not gonna sell. It's gonna sell probably in the more urban areas. You understand? And the reason why that you ever sell a cover with The Rock on it, because he's more like clear. He's more like, he don't even claim black. He's more claim Samoan. So this goes back to like, yo, to really set change, they should put Kofi on the cover.
I think if they did like a New Day like special edition cover,
That
would
But the special edition is a SmackDown 20th anniversary thing.
see, so that's
Yeah.
a whole other thing. But that's the only way I would see them putting like Kofi is having New Day entirely,
Right.
especially because now they all have the gold.
Belts, yeah.
Hashtag Black Excellence. But
True.
I think that would be the only way, like if it was like a special edition, like niggas only edition, kind of like even I was like, and no bullshit, even and a blunt.
Oh, and if you put in the code Silky, you get an exclusive Silky for all the black.
Yo,
You get a Nation of Domination play
You get a special entry with a street pocket drinking Henny.
You get 3 versions of Mark Henry.
Oh my gosh! No, you know
Wall
what?
of Pain.
I agree with that sentiment. Now, in terms of this this match for me, so 2009 when their rivalry just started, that was really the time when I fully became an All In wrestling fan.
Right.
I was maybe like 10 at the time. Yes, I'm young. Shut up.
You all thought the same thing.
Yes,
I was
young.
thinking
Shut up.
like,
It's 10?
Yeah, I'm
good.
21. Shut up.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all baby.
I'm an OD baby, but shush, dang. So this was really when
So I said 10. I was like 10. I was like 20.
Yes, double up. Yeah.
Hold up.
you want to keep going?
No. You don't even feel bad old.
Yeah. So this like it's kind of a bit nostalgic for me because I remember like the boom drop at MSG. I remember like those
Commercial
big
free,
moments.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Like that's all stuff that I like super remember. I really do want Kofi to win. It would not shock me one bit if Randy hit him with an RKO and just got his number 15. I don't even remember.
Nah,
at
I'd
this
be
point.
fucking sick.
I would be irritated, but I wouldn't be mad, like because I would see it coming. Like I remember in 2016, Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair. I was in the crowd at SummerSlam. I was so ready for Sasha Banks to retain. Charlotte wins. I was gutted for the entire show. This I won't be shocked because I know, like I just know now. Like this is probably gonna happen.
I know better.
I know better.
Oh
I'm not
no,
gonna be
it's just
shocked.
like remember our last viewing party when it was with Kofi versus with Joe, and literally we were all on our seats like, please get out of the like Kofi wanted to be like get out of the get out right now like because because they already said Brock was gonna cash in that night, so we were like get out like right now like
commercial
we couldn't breathe until they went to commercial.
Everyone was like, yeah.
I feel like everybody took a collective.
Like legit, it was
We was getting tight. Yo, why you dancing, man? Stop dancing. Stop cooling, man. It's
Like-
quiet. We was getting tight.
Yo, it was so
Yo, stop
wild.
dancing. The commercial came. Yeah.
I could imagine.
Like he
That's so
legit
funny.
went on each ring post and we were just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like get out. Like what are you doing? But I just need Kofi to hit SOS. I actually need him to come out to that shit. Like if he came out to SOS on Sundays,
I'll be hyped.
like
I would
that
actually
shit would
real
be
life be
great.
hyped. I would actually real life be
See?
hyped. I would real life be hyped.
I will
march so
pop.
hard.
I would pop for that.
Yeah.
I will
I will pop.
It's what I've been actually
What
looking
if
dream about that
what
shit.
if
I was
like he
yo,
come
you gotta
out
come
in
on
his throwback gimmick?
Yeah,
you know,
like hold
with the
shorts.
shorts. Oh
with the
man.
God.
shorts, yeah.
With pyro, they just bring that pyro for that one.
Boom. Yo, that was
Yo,
Listen.
WWE.
Yo, they gotta do
hear
it.
this. Because you know I already think they low key listen to everybody podcast.
That's
so.
fact. They be like, yeah, we about
So we
to take
pretty
this.
much all agree on all of them so far.
But I was
Yes.
gonna. All right, I at least get mine. So,
Oh.
Kofi, but I think that there's so many interesting intersections in this match. So obviously you have the first being that it's Kofi Randy, and Kofi Randy is a rivalry that goes back 10 years. Obviously they have like roots in the fact that like Kofi should have had this time like 10 years ago, and like Randy's now like the whole promo was I never took you seriously, but Randy 15 years ago won his first title at SummerSlam. He
Yeah.
won his first world title in
Yeah.
Toronto
Yeah.
at SummerSlam 2004 against Chris Benoit. If he wins this Sunday, he will be a 15-time world. So the fact that he will be a 15-time world champion 15 years after he won his first world title in the same arena that he won his first world
Yo, why you
title.
saying mad negative for, B?
Huh?
Why you so negative?
Yo,
I'm not.
No,
I said that it's gonna be
he's-
Kofi. I'm
he's
just
being
saying there's a
stats
bunch
guy.
of.
It's okay, because Jaquan on our fucking Facebook group has been counting fucking down the days of Randy Orton.
I
Like
see
it's like the
this
12 days
and
of
I'm
Christmas
dying.
of Randy Orton, and it's so annoying. But
so funny.
what could happen is they could have like that whole like it seems like Randy wins. But let's say Kofi's like leg was under the ring and under the rope and the ref didn't see
Nah.
it. So then the second ref
Nah.
comes out and restarts the match.
Nah.
I can see them doing
I don't
that.
want something. No. I don't want Randy to have no leverage over my mans. All right,
But
nothing.
I mean, it wouldn't
Nothing.
be
I want clean
Randy
victory.
unless
One
it was
thing.
like.
If that's the only way I'll accept it, unless some real like that whole thing with the ref, if they have blood in the match. Like if they have blood, yes, I'm like, all right, I could take
Like
this.
to do that.
I mean,
That'd be interesting.
It
Oh,
could,
man.
but let's see what happens.
see.
I don't know.
All right, next match: SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley defending against Ember Moon.
This is gonna be a banger.
This is gonna be good. I just hope.
It's like an underdog match. It really, I think so too.
All right, where are we? Sasha Banks and not Sasha Banks. I'm sorry.
Listen, get your mind off of your girl.
Bailey and
Cause I already
and
know what
Ember.
time you
and
on.
Moon.
I already know what time you on. So
Listen, I don't.
you waiting. You said you patiently waiting.
Patiently, Bayley versus Ember Moon. Who do you have?
Everybody knows I got my Chocolate Thunder, my Amazon Queen, my Wild Queen,
She did some edge booster
That's
though.
married up. Thank you.
Yo, listen.
And that's married to the white man.
Listen,
You want to talk about it?
Listen,
Let's talk about it.
Listen, because she hasn't met me yet. Like when
Yet.
she sees me, she'll go like,
Don't even-
"Wow, I remember you." She was like,
She
she'll
definitely
rub
is
my
not gonna say
head.
that.
She'll kiss my head.
She definitely isn't though. She's a married woman.
Yo, married woman cheat.
That's a
That's a fact.
That's
But
a
black
Just like
men
married
don't.
men.
Black
That's
men
not-
don't cheat.
That's not a fact.
Black men
That's not
don't
a
cheat.
fact. That is not a
Calling
fact.
Charmaine Duval, put us on the
Nah,
pedestal that
stop,
we don't
nah,
cheat.
stop
Changing the
put-
narrative.
No,
Changing the
stop,
narrative.
no,
Changing
stop
the
spreading
narrative.
this propaganda.
Why you upset?
Stop
Air
promising. I'm not
fire.
upset. I'm not upset.
You see?
I'm
Charlamagne talk
living
about
proof.
women like you.
No,
you should
if
be
you
happy that black women
watch,
cheat.
if you watch, you know what I watched the other day? I watched the interview that Monica was on the Breakfast Club. Because she mentioned the whole, she was just like, you and Duvall got to stop this bullshit about, how black men don't cheat. Because everybody has their own experiences.
Yeah.
And then he tried to flip it, saying, no, black boys cheat.
Yes.
Black men don't
Yo,
cheat.
you don't.
And
of
it's
all-
all right, I get you trying to change the narrative, but guess what? Niggas cheat.
First of all, Monica has no place to be trying to call out if black men cheat or not, because she made a whole song called "The Boy Is Mine" and she got smoked in
But
that whole song.
actually, she didn't write it. I'm just gonna put that out there.
But
It
she
was written
sung
for
it.
her.
She sung it. She performed the song.
Exactly.
Yeah, but now she got a whole new song called "Committed." So listen out.
Oh! It took her how many years to get that?
Well, no, she's been married for a while, so.
Oh, it took her 2 hours to make that commitment song.
People.
Bailey Ember.
Story. Bailey
Yes,
Ember.
yes. Bailey Ember. I got with my Chocolate Thunder Queen because I feel like it's time for Ember to shine. And at this point, I want a black woman champion, and I feel like she could go on to actually her and Naomi could do some stuff together.
That would be nice. I would
be
like
really
that.
nice.
So, dear WWE, if you really want, the black culture to really be on your side, I feel like Dave Chappelle on the Chappelle Show. I need y'all to put the belt on Ember Moon, and I need you to open up SmackDown on Fox with 2 black champions. Please and thank
3,
you.
4.
Well, your top 2.
The New Day.
No, but I'm just saying your women's and your WWE champion, they were both black on SmackDown on Fox.
On Fox.
That speaks volumes.
I
So
mean-
I'm gonna need you guys
But it
to
is
listen.
Fox,
Shit, Fox had Empire, they had Star,
Keyword. Do the show still come on?
Empire, I think still the Star had got canceled.
Sorry, I got canceled.
Okay. But yeah, I mean,
Look,
let's
if
do it.
Lucius can top on Wednesday nights, listen. SmackDown can top Thursday nights with black people. I'm just saying.
But then again, SmackDown was on UPN 9, dogs.
It was UPN.
Yo, they should go back to
in
their
the
roots.
house and all that
What?
stuff. Yeah, I know.
The game, the
I
original
get
game,
started.
when it was before it went BT.
Before BT started running it back 20 times
Yeah.
every Saturday.
Yo,
But-
UPN 9, SmackDown was for the culture, B. Yo, SmackDown is for black people, B.
See, there you go. But I want
Yeah.
Ember to win.
Yeah.
I'm not a Bailey fan, so at this point at the juncture of the game. But I mean, maybe a girl might pop up. Maybe.
Sis keep putting on this purple wig and going everywhere but where Raw or SmackDown is at. Like, I'm tired of you. Put on the purple wig and go get in the ring. Like, we want to tweet Kendrick Lamar lyrics, but we can't put on the purple wig and get the gear on. Like, hello, I'm dying.
Dying. You see him dying.
You didn't meet her before? You met before, right?
Yeah, at Access.
He really died.
Yeah, you know that's my background. I'm at Boston Hug Connection.
Yeah, you should just cropped her out.
No.
You know what? I really
What's she smell
love
like?
Bailey.
Sasha Banks.
Bailey is actually really nice. Like,
You
I
know-
actually randomly met her, so she actually is
I don't
nice
know.
with the characters.
I was like, oh my god, hello. Like I don't know.
Everybody, I tell
I know
you,
that's a weird question to ask.
everyone has
but I
the
feel like
two people that you get like super
Oh.
nervous about. Like,
Ooh.
if you ever met them, like mine's was oddly enough Sting, and of course Triple H. Like,
Okay. What, you, Bailey? I mean, Sasha and who else?
Johnny Gargano.
Okay, you?
Like, who was I nervous about?
yeah, like you met, like everyone has like I feel like those two people like, holy shit, I'm meeting you right now.
Hunter.
Tell you,
Hunter.
chills.
And I'm trying to figure out somebody else that I met. Oh God, because I don't think I've ever gotten more nervous than when I actually met Triple H. Because I didn't meet him at Access.
I met him. No, it was the meet and greet they had last year, SummerSlam here.
Okay.
So it was the last
Oh,
year it was
okay.
here, but it was him and Stephanie.
I remember that picture, yeah.
Oh, I would be
And-
like,
I would have collapsed.
And Stephanie, no, so Stephanie, like
Stephanie
I was
so
just
much.
like, and it was funny because I wore our T-shirt
Yeah, I remember that.
with us because we did like a remake of DX
Yeah.
on our shirt. So she recognized the shirt, like she was the first, like because she was the first one. So she was like, look, and she was like, I was like, I did this for you. And you know when you awkwardly hug a nigga for like more than 10 seconds, that's what happened with
How
you,
you smell
Triple
like?
H.
You smell like leather and like
You smell like
smoke?
leather.
Wow.
He
He's
had,
like
he had a
biking.
leather
He's like-
jacket on, looking hot as looking like a whole snack.
So what did
Two
Stephanie
piece
smell
of
like?
biscuit.
Paper or something?
No, she smelled regular.
not paper. Oh my god.
Paper.
Like, I feel like she smelled
What's
like mad
the paper?
office smells.
No.
Why? Because she's the chief brand officer.
Yeah. Me?
Don't encourage this woman.
I marked out for John Morrison.
Yo,
Oh.
he did. That is a
I would
fact
mark
because
out
I
too.
was
I
there.
love my John Morrison.
John
And
Morrison.
It was at
It was at HOG.
It was at HOG.
Johnny
Another time,
Mundo.
right? Listen
Yeah,
to this.
Impact.
I had left to take one of my 1,000 smokes breaks at at a battle club, right? So I'm walking back. I was high as a kite. I was high. And the cab passed by. They was just like, oh, do you know where this is? Yeah, school's right there. That's that third. Cool. Then the guy was like, oh yeah, you know, is it right there? I looked. That was Rico. Oh, you're freaking Rico. I was like, I ain't gonna front.
I would've, like, fell out.
He came back and was like, yo, I met William Regal. We was like, shut the fuck up. And he's like, no, dead ass. And we were like, because we knew he was there because he was at Battle Club scouting. So it was like him and a bunch of other people like from NXT, like training and stuff like that. Because they were like kind of hidden in a room. And it was like kind of like that awkward thing, like you can't knock on the door. Like, can I take a picture with you? Like, no. This nigga see him on the damn street.
I ain't gonna front. I said it. I was just like, he's like, British accent. He's British?
William?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rico's
He's British. So
To the bone.
imagine he's like, so where is this? I was like, oh my gosh, you wearing Rico? Oh my gosh. The first thing I think of was, I remember you was on Raw with CM Punk for the King of the Ring and you won it. He was like, that's mad. I was like, yo man, that was your time, dogs. That was your time.
That was your time.
I was like, yo, can I get a picture of you? Yeah, hurry. I took a picture with him. Yeah, only 2 people I rocked out for.
Yeah,
Wow.
but Johnny Morrison one was funny.
I mean, I met Titus. I met the Street Profits. You name them, but these. Oh, if I meet D'Lo Brown,
Mind you, he had the opportunity to. WrestleMania weekend, I went to go meet D'Lo Brown on their behalf.
I will like real time. If I meet D'Lo Brown, I'll do the whole entrance for him.
That is.
If I
The
see
head
Coach
shaking
Ray,
everything?
Yeah, look at the real deal now. Oh man, I was like D'Lo Brown mixtapes the other day. Yo,
D'Lo Brown mixtapes?
I be watching it, dogs. I call them mixtapes.
I thought you were saying like he had like an actual mixtape.
No.
Like he,
Yeah, highlights.
he's
I call
dropped
them
like
mixtapes.
But you know what's
SoundCloud.
crazy? Like when I met them, like I didn't like mark out. Like I was cool. Like I was chilling. like so.
That's how I was chilling.
Like
Cool.
when okay, so I wasn't supposed to go meet Johnny actually. Like I just ended up there, and this guy like was like, oh okay, I know what Johnny's gonna be because my friend is working Access. So me and one of my friends, we follow him. We get on the line before everybody else, and we're just standing there. He kind of comes from behind the curtain, and I'm like losing my mind. I'm like literally like, oh my god, it's Johnny Gargano. I like literally like went back and watched matches from like years ago. Like Johnny is one of my personal wrestling heroes. So, but when I went to go talk to him, I was like calm. I was like, oh okay. I'm like talking to a friend right now, blah, 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 whatever. It was like chilling. Another person I marked out for was Amazing Red.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Like, I was like,
But
okay.
but I marked out for him, and it was so weird because I couldn't like super mark out for him because I was like a student, so I didn't want to be like, oh my god, it's Amazing Red.
Why you stop wrestling?
I didn't stop. I got a job, and it took over my life.
He's like, I became an
I
adult.
started working in corporate America, but I'm gonna quit too. No, I'm not gonna.
He's not gonna quit his.
I'm not gonna
day
quit my job. I'm just gonna.
He's gonna find a balance.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
And he's gonna live his dreams.
Yeah, but
We're gonna make it work. We're gonna be
no,
smart.
yeah,
Right.
You
So
have a very Valentine dream vibe to
you know what?
Fucking
Dre said that to
fucking
me.
Dre
posted
said
that
that.
shit earlier, and I peeped it out, and I wanted to post like agreed.
And I was like, dude,
Agreed. I was
like
like, that's so genius.
that is like.
Cause you know that whole like post about like name a wrestler that you have the same energy.
I got a question
with?
about that. Like, I want to post mine. Like, I want to see what people are gonna say about me.
No, so you got to. I would say post it because it's so funny what other people kind of see. So like fucking Sid's ass. Shout out to True Hills.
Yo, shout out.
Sid's ass put awesome call meet Stephanie McMahon, and I was just like,
For you,
that makes. I was like, yeah. I was like, okay.
That does make sense.
Wow. Okay.
that makes sense. But you have the Valentine drive, like Valentine dream. Like, I've seen your pictures, dogs. I've seen your pictures. I see everything. Just
No.
because I don't be liking
Creepy as
everything,
fuck.
I see everything.
Now every time I think about you scrolling past the page, I'm thinking like you're going to be like, yeah, just gonna notice it and not gonna do shit. Just keep it
Yo, honestly,
Yeah.
yo, listen.
Yeah, that's
I'm the
all right.
worst by liking stuff on Instagram or Facebook. I'll scroll like, that's a nice picture. Put my phone down, walk away, and don't see the picture ever again.
No, you know what?
Seriously.
Me too. I'm that way with text messages. I'll miss so many important text messages because I'll be like mid texting. Oh, something just happened. Okay, cool. Let me handle this customer real quick.
Yeah.
I will never look at the text
Never
message
look again,
again.
yeah.
And then I'll get a phone call 3 days later, like, hey, what day are we gonna go shoot? Oh, you did text me that.
Yeah.
We can shoot on
Yeah.
X amount of day.
Yeah.
If you
Same
didn't
thing.
already get it, yes, I'm talking about my conversations with Jordan.
Yeah, that's actually.
Clearly.
Yes, that's why I tell
Right.
everybody, do not text me, 'cause I will curve you like a light skinned nigga. Like I tell you, do not text me like yo,
That's what he do. That,
yo, I don't need to curve people. Yo, I'm acting mad light skinned.
Look
And
at
then, yo, you see my text message. Oh, you think you're better than me because you have a little podcast, this, that, and third. Blah, blah,
Somebody
blah.
said that to you?
A lot of people say that to me. You have a little
For real?
podcast. Oh, you're gonna be a fox. You think you're better than No, I forget.
Insecurity
Hello.
to the head. Right
Wow.
there.
Anyway,
What's next?
we were talking.
Ember Bailey.
Ember Bailey.
Ember Bailey.
You know,
He wanted Ember.
This can go either way for me. I would say I'm gonna say Bailey.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
I mean, I would say Bailey. It would be cool if Bailey wins and we get a nice little celebration, and then Sasha Banks attacks her because this is what I want. I want this. Can't you tell? Or Bailey's on her way to winning, and then maybe Sasha costs her the match. I just want Sasha back.
Okay.
So Bailey.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Bailey winning this, but I do think that this is gonna set up another match between Bailey and Ember, where Ember's gonna win the title. I feel like Bailey is going to win. They're gonna have like a little sportsmanship thing afterwards, and Ember is just gonna black out, and she's just gonna wow. Because I feel like Ember needs a heel turn.
Yeah.
Ember
That'd be
definitely.
I could see that happening.
Her
When she gets
character
that
would be
heel turn,
well
she better
suited
fix
as a
his
heel,
hair.
just like a quiet heel, because she's already
Edge
been bullied by
booster.
Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
She better fix his hair.
So yeah, I was about to say her edges.
Get the
Yo, we go through
toothbrush.
this all the time. Yo, her character is a wild child.
No, but what did I already tell you about
There's
this
no
presentation?
excuse.
It's no
Okay, did you
excuse.
see outside the ring? Like, was she looking like everything?
Let me make sure this camera's still.
I mean, outside the ring, she be chilling though. She be
She
having
be
she on
nice.
like a hoodie.
But then again, no husband's
She-
white. The husband don't be
see?
checking her.
Exactly. So as the community, we will check you.
That's a fact.
Because every time, I swear to God, every time I mention that hair, the next week her hair is laid.
So that's your question.
I kid you
Well,
not.
well,
That's
to
your
be-
question. What's
well,
the
to be
proper way
fair-
to tell Emma Moon until her face in person?
Well, to be
How are we gonna do that?
to
Just
be
walk up to
fair,
her
Yo,
with a
who was your
toothbrush and say,
hairstylist?
"Hey girl, come on, do your edges for you." Real
Like, hey
quick."
girl, you want to hit up Naomi's hairstylist? You want to check her out?
Like, listen, if I'm Naomi, I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, girl, I know the perfect thing for you. I'm gonna hit up my," and like, you do it without like outwardly being like, "You need to fix your damn hair."
Well,
you do
to-
it kind of like that.
To be fair, Naomi and Ember on separate brands. 1, 2, ain't no black people backstage doing hair and makeup.
No.
Very true.
So, if we want Ember's hair to be laid, if we want her edges to be laid, that means that the WWE has to make an initiative on making diversity more than just an on-screen thing.
Wow.
The end.
So I'm asking a question, but they do have black barbers back there, right?
No. They have
they do
this.
not.
They have what's the thing called?
They have maestros.
Maestros, but what are they, Spanish or something? Which is
What-
because you
wait,
see
You know what
gray
they are?
might be
You know what they
sharp.
are? Not black. That's what they
No,
are.
no, wait,
Listen, Naomi don't think
they
they-
could be Spanish, but what part is like? Are they Dominican, Puerto Rican,
I don't-
Colombian?
I have
Because
to
like if
look
they
it
Colombian, no go. They can't be Colombian trying to do hair for black people. They gotta be Dominican or Puerto Rican.
I would lean more
no
towards
go.
Dominican.
I'm gonna lean towards more the Dominican side because Bray's shape up was lined up.
He didn't go to WWE though. He went
went
somewhere else.
No, the Maestros did it for him, and it looks like he went to like Jerome Avenue in the Bronx and got his hair shaped up. So that's how I know.
Is he Dominican?
Not Bray, no. The guy that did, I have to check. I don't know.
Jojo probably got somebody for him to do
I'm
that.
asleep.
You know what?
But she's half
Jojo.
Mexican though.
But she black though.
She is black and
And
Mexican.
Mexicans,
She's
Mexicans are just like Spanish cousins that's more closer to us.
That's
Think
Mexican.
about it. Think about it. Who went through like, who's still going through like, we gotta work harder in all our life? Mexicans. We went through that slavery. We still going through that. So Mexicans like, we like this.
That's facts. That's why me and Nora are best friends.
Listen, all I know is
I need a Spanish friend.
it
I need a
ain't
Mexican
it,
friend.
it ain't the white people back there doing Naomi's
It's not.
braids.
It's not. No, she got her own peoples.
She got her own
From
people.
Orlando.
She probably be going to the Africans because they look like they be braiding the hell out of her scalp.
Who, Naomi, right?
Like
They be braiding her
tight.
thoughts. I'm just saying.
Break her thought.
Reading her thoughts. That's a new one. That's a
All right.
catchphrase.
That's a t-shirt.
Right. Merch.
Next match, we have Kevin Owens versus the worst in the world, Shane
Oh
McMahon.
yeah. You already know. Ray don't gonna win.
KO.
Yeah.
The Kevin Owens
My spirit
show
animal.
lives on.
That's it.
Yeah.
Price. No. He ain't prize fight KO no more, right? Like what's his moniker now?
He's just Stone Cold Jr.
Yeah.
Well,
Bendito.
that almost kind of like an insult, and I don't want to insult him.
I don't want to insult.
That's not an insult.
It's not an insult because Stone
It's
Cold
not
did
insult
bless
because
him with the Stone Cold
Austin
stunner.
told him he could do the stunner after so long because he's been trying to do it.
But like it's a different stunner though, by the way.
We're not gonna do this on their show.
It's old.
We're not gonna do this on their show.
No. Listen
No,
to this.
no,
So our argument is this way. I feel it is true. There's the power bomb and there's the Batista bomb. Two like it's different.
It's the same
No, it's not.
fucking
No,
move.
you know
It's
that. No.
executed
Sorry. The Batista
differently.
bomb is a sit out power bomb, right? When someone else do the sit out power bomb, it's not effective. The power level is not up there. When Batista do the Batista bomb,
it's
no,
executed
not,
differently,
dogs.
but it's the same fucking
The power level is
moves.
different, dogs. You see how
Same fucking
you see how
move.
KO had to super kick him and stun him to have extra effect.
But guess what? A super kick is what? A super kick.
No, it's not. It's Kevin Owens super kick.
No.
Just like when Kevin
You're just putting
Owens,
a label on it, and
just
it's
like
just
how that super sign on, that was also Easter egg. And it tells you that you can't do a stunner on the table and break like in the video games. I was upset about that. I was like, video games been lying to me for years.
You still
That's
very
mad funny.
big mad about that?
Yes, because for years I'm doing a stun on the table. I'm thinking like, all right, cool, double damage. Because the final, it doesn't break in real life.
double damage.
Listen, Kevin Owens stun is different from Stone Cold stunner, different power levels.
It's still a stunner though. Like,
So
that is the
I
point.
agree with the Batista bomb thing because it's just like the child in me who's always been like, yeah, the Batista bomb and somebody else doing the sit out bomb. It's
different
like different.
between
They are executed differently.
No, it's not, dogs.
Yes.
It is.
It is
But
the
it's power
same
level.
move. It is the same move.
Just
A
like the
power
choke
bomb
slam.
is a
There's the
a
Kane choke slam. There's the Undertaker
is a
choke slam.
slam.
There's the Big Show choke slam. Like it's different.
I'm about to say, Baron Corbin chokeslam is different from Undertaker chokeslam. It just hit different.
It's executed differently, as I've said on numerous occasions on our podcast, and these niggas don't understand that. And it is the same
No, it's not.
move.
No, it's
If you
not.
look,
We're gonna argue about
you
this
look
forever
on
on
moveset.
everyone's podcast.
Powerbomb is powerbomb.
Nah,
Stunner is a
dogs.
stunner.
But look, you play the video games. You see the Batista bomb. You see the power levels maxed out. Then you see the regular sit-out power driver. Not as maxed. I can't KO nobody with that.
Because that's not their finisher. And you're comparing it to fucking video game movesets.
Exactly. The
No.
power level. Just like the
And I'm
clothesline from hell.
comparing it to actual movesets.
Just like, for example, sorry,
No.
the Big Boo compared to the Big Show Big Boo and Kane Big Boo. Two different Big Boo dogs, different power levels.
But guess what? Did you say big boot twice?
Big boot.
Okay.
Different. That's like
Alright,
the
let's
test
move
big
on.
boot. That's the
Let's
test
move
big
on.
boot.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
ultimate big boot
But
right
you
there.
said but you said the same word twice. So guess what? It's the same shit.
No, it's not.
Whatever.
All
Next
right.
match.
The
Oh well,
Fiend-
actually, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I said Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Yeah,
KO across
Kevin
the
Owens.
board, all right.
Kevin Owens. All right, the Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor.
Woo, Bray.
Bray Wyatt.
Of course, Bray, because Finn wants time off. So this is his way of getting off TV. And Bray hasn't wrestled since the end of last year. Like, legit. So it's time.
Is he gonna wrestle like with the mask on?
I don't know. That shit is creepy as fuck.
It is.
It is.
No,
but,
like it really, like I didn't really realize it until when I saw it live when I went to I went to the Raw reunion.
Yeah, you went
I
to
was
Tampa,
there, and when he fucking man of a claw, Mick Foley, I said, "This shit is scary."
How's the
I don't
pop for
like
him in the
this.
arena?
Huh?
The pop.
Oh, it's crazy. It wasn't on the same level as John Cena pop, but you can't compare the two. But it's still everybody was like super excited. And I figured out how they do the fucking flashlight shit on TV. It's actually like
People.
They got people on each side of the corner of the ring fucking with the lights. It's fucking wild. It's a whole production.
It's a whole thing, yeah.
And I didn't think about it until like once I saw it, I was like, oh, this is a real production of his whole like ambiance.
I feel like Bray just stepped into creative and was just like, listen, y'all better not.
Better
Don't touch
not.
this shit.
With an A. Better with an A.
Like, I kind
Y'all
of feel like he was
better
doing it
not.
there, like, you messed it up. Matter of fact, bump that. I could suck my dick. I'm doing this myself.
Okay, all right.
Listen,
Famous words of Mr. Blacc.
I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt.
I was about to say Finn. I'm looking like
No. I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt. Finn wants time off. You
Yeah,
know,
he wants 2 months
he's getting
off
married
solid.
soon,
shout out
right?
to- yeah.
Isn't
I
he?
don't know if it's soon. He's engaged
He's engaged. He's getting
to the
married.
girl that does
Fox stuff.
Fox stuff.
Here's the thing.
How convenient.
Here's the thing that's so funny. Like, I never really paid attention to wrestlers like dating lives. Like, there's certain people that I knew. Like, I watched Total Diva, so I knew about Nikki Bella and John Cena and Brie and Daniel and Naomi and Jimmy Uso.
fucking know the difference.
And I can tell the difference now. I used to not be able to, but I can.
Teeth. Teeth.
Especially when they were both doing the Did you just say
He said
teeth?
teeth.
I'm gonna throw
he
this
was
at you.
quietly saying teeth. Teeth. I was
Look
like,
at Jay's
what?
teeth. Look at Jimmy's teeth.
RTL.
You will
But
know
see,
the
it
difference.
fucks up because then when they both fucking wear grills, I'm still fucking lost.
So
Yes, how you taking the difference?
So the tattoos are different.
That's what people have told me before, but I can't tell
The
you.
tattoos are
Yeah, tell the
different,
difference.
and Jay has a slimmer face.
See,
That's a
no,
fact.
but we
That's
spoke
true.
about that, I think, the other week, how one of whoever was the chubbier one lost weight.
Yes.
So now they look the same.
Jimmy lost
Yes.
weight, but
We spoke
you
about
can always
that.
tell because Jay usually has his hair like braided, and Jimmy usually has his hair out. But even when they were doing like when they had the old gimmick with the face paint
hated
and
that shit.
the chant and everything, I could still tell them apart.
I can't.
I don't know. It's just something that I could always tell them
It's
apart.
a hidden talent.
No, I'm not a twin. But I used to be able to tell Nikki and Brie apart like
No,
that
Nikki
as well.
and they
No,
look
she's-
different.
But they look different.
They look different.
But
One got bigger titties than the other.
but
mad
okay, but going,
It's true.
She got some jokes.
going back to my original
Until she
point.
had Birdie, one had bigger titties than the other.
No, but going back to my original point, I know, we knew that Finn Balor was with Kathy Kelly or whatever, but I just kind of felt like, okay, Finn Balor's with Kathy Kelly. All of a sudden, he's getting married to somebody new, and I was like, wait, when did he break up with Kathy
Oh,
Kelly?
a while
When did
ago, boo. I knew about that.
I
A while ago. You gotta listen. You gotta keep your ears to the streets.
would see, yeah, but y'all got ears in the streets.
A little bit.
I was just, I just be, I just be watching.
Well, because we low key been trying to fucking find the bar Finn goes to in Williamsburg for the longest. Like,
Yo.
it is so fucking annoying.
Wait,
That's actually mad funny.
there's a bar he goes to World
Yeah, so like 2 SummerSlams ago, he posted on his Instagram like mad pictures of him in Williamsburg, like him on the G train, him at a bar. Like we were trying to trace this nigga's steps. Like where is he at? Because
Right.
he has
How many years ago was
he
this?
has an apartment in Williamsburg. Like he lives in Brooklyn sometimes.
What do
I
you
can
think?
figure it out.
Dead
I'm
ass,
low-key
like, and it's
stalker.
by like Greenpoint Ave, like that train
Bruh,
stop.
that's right by my damn house.
Look at the picture. No. Look at the pictures of the bar. What's in the background?
No, it was outside. That was the thing. It was outside of
Pay
the bar.
attention. I'm looking at his profile.
But that was like 2-3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, you
but
probably right.
yeah, because he was with the white girl, Kelly chick.
You would know.
And then,
Call it Kelly.
They don't look alike.
and then now he with a Spanish girl that does commentary. Well, she does like sports. And she's the Renee Young of like Spanish people on Fox.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Telemundo.
No.
Telemundo.
She
She's
worked for
Renee.
Fox. She worked for Fox.
Well,
You want Telemundo?
I used to back like when I was younger. Like there's a show on Saturdays that is like what's it called? It's like
Still running?
it could be, but it's an old guy and it's Saturday nights and it goes on for fucking all night. It's ridiculous, and it's kind of like it's like a game show mixed with like a concert mixed with a whole bunch of shit.
No,
it's
that
so
sounds.
That sounds like
do that.
It's
That sounds
low-key
confusing.
lit. Like growing up, it was like, oh, you knew this was coming on Saturday nights, but now it's like this shit is.
So did you watch the Spanish Breaking Bad?
No, I don't know what that is.
Yo, this is Spanish version of Breaking Bad. Like, I came across it because it was one late night. I didn't have cable. I still don't have cable. And I was watching at 10 on TV. I'm falling asleep, whatever, and I turned to Telemundo.
Did you have the subtitles on?
No, it was just commercial for it. It was an ad.
Oh, okay.
It was Breaking Bad in Spanish.
Ooh.
Like, the whole first thing, they
Wait, was it Breaking Bad, but just in Spanish, or was it a Breaking Bad like rendition?
It was, like, Spanish people took Breaking Bad. The whole series just redid it for them. Like, the first scene where, like, he had a little crack, a little bomb that he blew up the office, everything. They
Wait,
had
but was
that.
it the white dude or was it a Spanish guy?
Yo, he could pass for like he was a white dude. Like he looked Spanish, but he's like a Spanish. He had the beard and everything.
It's probably damn Breaking Bad, but just in Spanish. That's what it sounded like.
It sounded like that.
You probably understand this.
I probably would. No bullshit.
Yo,
how
how
you
you
on?
sidetracked about every
I
time?
don't know, but I'm having fun. Y'all
Yeah,
having
like,
fun.
I'm like-
Yeah.
As long
I get
as my camera
sidetracked
got
all the
space
like
and it got-
every show I do. Or somebody gets sidetracked. Oh.
Who are you? You were Bray Wyatt, right? Or did you
Yeah,
go?
Fiend season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
Fiend, yeah, of course.
Yeah, the Fiend.
Like,
The Fiend.
Janelle knows I've been a fan of Bray Wyatt since Husky Harris.
Yeah, he always
Like,
talks about Husky.
that is my guy. Like, when he won the championship and that promo on SmackDown, I got the whole damn world in my hand. I watch that promo all the time. They better not mess this up.
They better not. You know, I used to call Bray Wyatt the eater of pins because that's what he was. You know, like, I mean, he would talk a big game, but that's what they're doing to Joe now, which sucks and
Oh,
hurts my
don't
heart
say
so
it.
bad.
Joe, do not get me started
They
on how
talk-
they put Samoa Joe as a jobber, and I don't like it, and I have something to say about it. And tune in next week to Jobber Tears podcast, and I'm gonna go ham.
Tune in because I'm ready to listen. Like, I just like my thing is you can't like you got them talking big games and then it's just like 1, 2, 3.
See, but it's something we've actually spoke about before, and we've got not arguments, but we have difference of opinions about it, because to me it's not always about the W per se. Like, I've never been a fan where I'm counting wins and losses, because to me that becomes obsolete when you have moments and you have different memories of
I'm gonna
matches
say
and things
something.
like this. So no, because it's something we talk all the time. So like for me, especially with Bray, it was never about like the amount of W's he's won. I mean, granted, it'd be nice to get a few W's. Like, honestly, and I'm a huge Taker fan, but Taker shouldn't have won at that WrestleMania against Bray. He shouldn't have.
You should not.
In the
That's a
story.
fact.
And I think that specific W would have kind of lifted him up in a different way. But then Bray winning in the fucking Elimination Chamber and you didn't even think he would win, I was like, oh, okay. So to me,
That
it's
pop was amazing.
yeah,
That
like
was.
to me, it's never really been about the wins and losses, because you could go through any wrestler and you can, once again, it's never like one of the biggest matches you could think, like I could think of right now is like Rock versus Triple H SummerSlam. Was it 98 at the Garden, and it was just like it was a ladder match or some shit.
Intergano for the
But yeah, IC title. And to me, it was like you got The Rock, who's at this level of his game. You have Triple H. They pretty much at the same level, and one had to lose, one had to win. You know what I mean? So I don't really make it a big deal on wins and losses, but I make it a big deal if the story is not right.
Okay.
Like,
Shout out to Woke Culture. They talked about this. They was like how that they talked about how to improve AEW, and they took a cue from the G1 to the G1 tournament, and they said win and losses don't matter, but like he made a great point. Like it all depends how you lose. So if Samoa Joe's not getting lose by roller pins 1,001 times and win by some like surprise attack, after a while that gets very stale. Now if he's losing because like somebody actually like pull up enough offense, beat him, this, that, and third, different ways he's losing, it'll be fine. But he loses to the most simplest ways. Oh, he turned, he get hit, he gets pinned. My nigga, like, to me, you're an idiot. Like, you don't watch tape? Like, you don't watch stuff like that? How you gonna eat a schoolboy pin 1,001 times?
Joe just needs.
But it's all depends how they lose. When Dolph was losing billions one times, it was like entertaining to watch him lose because he gave it all his all. And he just didn't lose by a stupid schoolboy. He lost by a series of finishes, then he lost.
My man, it's been 1 or 2 times he's definitely lost on a roll up. So
No, not recently. I'm talking about back in the day when like he was actually on a roll.
Oh, okay. I was like,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, no, it's all to me is how you lose. And
Okay.
Joe
Wow.
loses the most stupidest way. Like,
Bray attacked Angle in Pittsburgh.
Oh, he took out. Yo, he about to be the new legend killer. Mark my words, because I was definitely afraid for Mick Foley in Tampa. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, this shit
because
real.
listen, as much as
How
I
he
love
fuck
Mick,
up
I don't need him to
Kurt
be in
in
no
his
more
hometown?
rings.
In Pittsburgh.
He don't need to be in no more
He violated
rings.
him. Wait, did he? Oh no, it would have been.
I think he hit the mandible claw on him.
Yeah, he used the mandible claw.
Yo,
That's
is
his
that
move
he's
now.
using?
Wow.
That's a game changer.
wait, did he use the angle slam on him?
That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, did he
Do
ankle
you
lock
think
him?
that, wait,
Like,
this would be a cool gimmick
If he just took the finishing moves of the people that he
of legends
Right.
because he's the either or worlds.
but then it's like kind of then people gonna talk about how he ripped off Randy because Randy went through that whole spiel of being a legend killer,
but-
and then Taker told him,
But
Like,
like Randy never stole people's finishers.
oh shit.
Yeah, that's right.
See,
here.
yeah. So on the side, there are people with like
Yeah, there are people with the
lamps
lights.
just moving the shit.
Yeah, the mandible claw is like his.
That shit is dope. I don't think people realize how effective the mandible claw was.
Right,
Like,
like-
for real. Like
You got your hand in my mouth.
you're actually stopping me from breathing. I can't.
Yo,
That's fucking
Yo,
mad.
that's so.
I mean, I don't know.
That's so
Like,
raw.
I think that would be a cool gimmick. He's like Mega Man. Every time he beats somebody, he gets a powers for them. I think that would be a cool gimmick.
That would be cool.
Either
Yeah, but
worlds.
then it'd be then,
Like, you know, he be
But
like-
then it's like, but then it would be like, but then what is your move? Like, what is your identity? You know, instead of stealing everybody's identity.
But then again,
it's a catch-22. Yeah, that too.
All right.
But
what's the next
wait. You said still the but it's like Mega Man. If Mega Man steals Fireman powers, he's still Mega Man, but he uses Fireman powers, and he goes back to his blaster. We hold it down the fire button, blow it up, boom. He's still Mega Man. He still has a set of moves.
That sound.
Yeah, I'm terrible at sound effects.
That's why we have a soundboard.
Yeah.
I'm using that.
But you understand? It doesn't take away from Mega Man. Mega Man's still Mega Man. He just steals people's powers, uses it for his good. So imagine Bray Wyatt having Mega Man type gimmick. Damn, damn. I'm not even high. I came up with this idea. Jesus.
I'm glad you impressed yourself sober. I'm actually impressed.
Did you go?
What?
We all said the Fiend, right?
Yeah, Fiend.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Fiend.
All right, next match.
That's the
United
last match?
States Championship. AJ Styles versus
The
Ricochet.
club takes over.
Club.
AJ. Simple.
Yeah.
I don't even think this needs an explanation, to be honest. But
Because what Heyman really wants to, they really want to push Ricochet on the low. So they got to finish off this U.S. title thing and bump him up. That's what they really trying to do. And which I'm kind of for,
I am.
Yeah.
Some days I like Ricochet, some days I'm like, if you just don't sit down.
But
Listen.
I miss Ricky Black.
Who?
Ricky Black. Ricochet and Aleister Black as a tag team.
No, I don't miss that.
I miss Ricky
That was
Black.
terrible.
You said that was terrible.
Because it was like it was kind of like what they thought, because it reminded me kind of like when they first put Cesaro and Sheamus together, and at first she was just like, I don't know if this is a good idea,
Yeah.
but then it became a great idea. But it was because they complemented each other well. I think Aleister Black and Ricochet have two different elements of characters that don't mesh together.
Right.
So it's like it's like the whole fucking Kabuki Warrior shit that they got going on with, you have Asuka and you have the pirate chick, and
I mean, honestly, that's just like a whole thing of just.
it's a bunch of fuckery.
It's like when white men just don't know what to do with multiple people of color.
I mean-
just like the two Asians.
Oh, two Asians, let's put them together.
With a colonizer.
Yes, we did it.
Well, okay, yeah.
Hey,
Pretty
listen.
much. I can't argue. I couldn't argue.
I
I
mean-
all right.
She basically Christopher Columbus, though. Hey, I discover y'all, so let me just be y'all leader.
Wow, did you just compare Paige to Christopher Columbus?
Hey, listen.
Did you just do that?
Listen. You do forget season 1. My brother did compare Fabulous Moolah to Christopher Columbus.
But that made sense though, in how Moolah ran her shit. Like that made sense. But I was just like, ooh, you just called Paige.
Listen.
Oh, shit.
Listen. I like y'all, so we shut up because before y'all don't get sponsors. We don't have sponsors because of me. Freaked out. I'll make my own sponsors.
We know.
So
you know, Rico, Ricky,
You just called him Rico.
Ricky.
let me stop.
I like Ricochet. I do,
Solid.
right? I like NXT Ricochet. This I like Indies Ricochet. I don't know about main roster Ricochet. And I don't know about main roster Ricochet because I don't know, I just feel like maybe they're just not using him in the right way. I don't know. I feel like we could be getting a better version of Ricochet.
See, but I didn't really care for Ricochet even in NXT in a sense. Like, I liked Ricochet indie. Absolutely did. I think, you know, the thing for me, I'm a huge person about your mic skills. Your mic skills and your ability to tell a story is really what always captivates me as, like, a wrestling fan. Like, so, like, all of my top guys were talkers. So for him not to be a talker, that bothers me. Because in NXT, you could kind of get away with the small talk.
Yeah, legit.
Like, even with Aleister Black, like, because he's not a talker either, but he kind of got away through the skin of his teeth. Every, like, fucking thing he had going on, barely talk. Even with Ricochet, barely talk. Every person that they feuded with basically carried the promotional side of it. So him being on the main roster, you have to be able to talk. You have to be able to tell your side of the story, and I don't feel like he does that. So it doesn't make me be invested in, like, the fact that AJ in the club is carrying this entire feud bothers me. Like, it's just like, what are we doing?
I think the funniest part about Ricky was when he did a promo. It wasn't even a promo. It was like a multi-man build up to some match, and like he was like, "I didn't come here to talk," and then Drew McIntyre said, "So shut up," and then that was the end. That was the end. That was it. It's like, all right.
You know, yeah, I don't know about Ricochet, man. I feel like we need, like, he's great. He's a great wrestler.
Very
But,
good.
you know, the one thing I want to be over being a great wrestler, and I know that I can talk, but I want to be a great wrestler, but I also want to be able to captivate people with speaking. And, you know, I know I can do that. I'm not just trying to toot my own horn, but I am.
He low-key trying to cut a promo right now in the
Right
middle
now.
of the show.
This is actually a promo.
Yeah, actually.
But no, like, you gotta be able to, like, get me emotionally invested.
Right.
And that's what a lot of my favorites can do, get me emotionally invested. Ricochet, like, I need him to be doing promos and stop taking nude photos and videos.
I don't mind. Just gonna put that out there. I don't
I didn't
mind.
see it, and I don't want to see it.
I don't mind. But because you know what, if it was like,
Nia Jax? Oh, man.
if it was any other female, that was why I get so aggy with guys. They be like, oh my god, I be like, but if Paige out here,
Nah, not me.
fucking nobody
Nah,
saying nothing, huh?
no.
All right then.
No.
But with Ricochet, and then the thing with Ricochet, he's on the wrong brand to begin with. He needs to be on SmackDown. Honestly, I would pay very good money to see Ricochet versus Kofi Kingston. Like, I'm sorry, I would.
too.
And if you put the title on the line, I would be invested.
For
I'd be
what?
like,
Ricochet
well,
can't talk.
but as much as I love my black champion, Kofi has gotten better. He's on the Roman fast track of
But
promotion.
here's the thing, though, like,
You need someone to bring that side out of you. And that's what, and as Kofi isn't, like, if you look at Kofi and Randy is the talker in that feud.
of course.
That's very
But Randy brings out an element in Kofi that puts him at the same stage as
I
him.
agree with you, but I just feel like Ricochet is just,
He's monotone. It's okay.
and his matches, he has very good matches, but
Oh,
I never feel like
you out here spoiling, baby.
I should explain
You're
this.
just wearing the face
I think that how that you understand this is just
Yeah.
Ricochet matches don't give me no feelings.
Yeah, I'm not really
Because it's very
not really
monotone.
emotionally invested.
The one that he had with Adam at Takeover.
That's mad
Yes.
funny. Ricochet's on Raw right now.
Wow.
I think it's the Club and Ricochet. It's Ricochet and New Day versus the Club.
That's actually a Black-tastic match.
Black Taxi.
That
It is.
That is Black.
I mean, again, it's
is.
just like Ricochet don't make me feel like I don't feel one type of way. Like he doesn't like I enjoy his matches, but if I watch like a Dolph match, you know, my favorite match of all time. I have a couple of Dolph matches. Well, my favorite of all time is Dolph versus The Miz for the IC title. Career versus IC.
Yeah.
Career versus the IC, title.
Well, actually, let's talk about that because I think that is the next match.
That's the next match.
Yeah, which is so funny. That is The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. We're good?
Yeah, I gotta change
Okay, so
You keep going.
you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
It's best friends versus best friends, and I'm here for it.
Okay. Where do you guys go if either one win?
True.
I'm gonna go with The Miz winning, but I don't think this is the last probably time they'll face each other.
Of course, but it's just like, where do you go from here if either one wins? What's the end game?
Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it ends in a DQ. And
No, I just feel like you having this match for what?
True.
well, they've been. Well, if you watched, it was a SmackDown. What 2-3 weeks ago, when Miz had Shawn Michaels on.
But that's your marriage though.
No, but did you actually watch?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
And
like before you told about his
helps
wife?
it helps set up.
Yeah, but it's just like, I like them. I love them. Like I said before, like The Miz is my favorite neutral character, aka my favorite Mario character. Like he's just good, a little bit of everything, and I like him a lot. You know, but it's just like, what do a win or loss do for any guys? If after this
sometimes it's
match,
about-
Dolph is going to disappear, where does Miz go after this?
No, but I don't think that's what's happening. I think this is just probably a part of the story that's being told to continue on.
But with The Miz, where does he go from here? 'Cause I know Dolph might disappear. Where does The Miz go from here? So basically, conclusion, like I said, I'm excited because these are two of my favorite wrestlers, but where do The Miz go from here? Where do either man go from here with a win or loss?
I don't know. I guess we gotta wait and see.
All right.
I agree. I actually, Uncle Dave Meltzer, Tuna Melts, he reported that it's
You say
going
Tuna
to be
Melt?
Tuna Melts.
Why? Because last name's Meltzer.
Meltzer, Tuna Melts. You see? I think Dave actually reported that it's going to be Dolph versus Goldberg.
No, and I was glad they stopped.
Thank God.
But you know,
What a
there's a
debar.
possibility that it could actually still
What
be
does
Goldberg.
that even fucking mean?
Yeah, I don't really.
That's
wanna
worse than that.
But they said that how they want Goldberg, like, Paul Heyman wanted him, like, on some, like, how Bruno used to show up every once in a while, have a match and dip.
Yo, he can hold that because that whole Saudi situation, he can hold that.
Yeah, Goldberg can't wrestle.
But he
So,
never could.
Goldberg could be in like Impact.
He never could.
excuse me?
Goldberg could be like in Impact Wrestling. I
Don't
think
insult them. Don't insult them.
Impact's on another level.
Ring of Honor.
Don't insult Ring of Honor.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you could go to
He could go
Insane
to
Clown Posse Wrestling.
an independent
Yeah.
promotion in Atlanta, Georgia, and call it a day.
Southeast
I mean,
Wrestling.
like, he can't make it in Hog. He can't make it in Battle Club. He can't make it in BCW. So
I feel like he
But-
would walk into Hog, Red would take one look at him and just start dying laughing.
But the thing about it, unfortunately, is that he's a fucking draw. Like,
Yeah, he is.
It mind boggles me.
I mean,
but
that song does
he's
keep
a
playing in my
draw.
head.
Exactly. I'll go to a show just to see his entrance.
Yeah.
If there's
yeah.
pyro.
Yeah. Yeah.
His entrance at WrestleMania, what was it, 30?
Was it 30? Was it him and
3?
Brock?
Him and Brock,
So it was
33.
30,
33.
32, 33. Yeah, 33 because that was
33.
Orlando.
Yes.
Yes.
I was in Orlando for
Oh, me
that.
too.
Oh, awesome. And where were you
I
sitting?
was too. Can I show you a picture? I've been to the last 3 except for the one I was here because it was too expensive and we had a party. So, but I've been to Dallas, Orlando, and New Orleans.
I wanted to go to Dallas, but we went to I went to Orlando, and then we went to New Orleans last year, and then we did New York this
you
year.
guys are in New Orleans and ain't seen
Yeah.
that? Man, oh man,
See, here's the thing,
Ooh.
right? So we were still fledgling. We was like here.
We were still in our beta phases.
Yeah, we were still babies.
Little infants.
No, but still, like New Orleans was a movie
And I was also
because
20.
there was a lot of.
Yo, that was the funniest part. He was 20 when
How
we were.
old were you?
I was 24 when we went to New Orleans. So I'm
Oh, okay, you were closer than I was. I was literally all the way by the big screen.
This was how it would be nice with sound, so you could kind of see. Well, let's redo that so you have to see. So that was when they gave like the attendance record thing and they do the whole fireworks thing. And I always tell people that like people always want to be like, oh, I want to be lower. It's like no, like I had a friend that he was lower and the whole column blocked him.
Oh yeah.
I would have been.
I had gotten lucky this year. I tell the story all the time. I snuck down to the floor section
And left
in
me.
MetLife. Left him. Felt so bad, right?
me.
But it was just like if I didn't do it, it wasn't gonna happen.
So why you didn't follow
And
him?
it was liquid courage.
No,
too.
because he didn't tell me that he,
He
was gonna do
probably
it.
went to. He was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yo, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, that's what everybody does. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, and don't ever come back.
Never came back.
I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I actually went to the bathroom, but like it was liquid courage too. So I was like, you know what? I might as well just try to do it right now. So I went down and literally like, hold on, I'm gonna show you Orlando first. So this is where I was sitting for Orlando.
we keep getting
I was
sidetracked.
all the way.
Oh, you were on the other side.
Yeah, I was right
so
by
I
the big
was-
screen at the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where I was. And then for this year,
Well, you was on the floor.
yeah.
You ain't even got shows.
Yeah, no, this year I was on the floor and
For what match you was on the floor?
I was on the floor from Shane and The Miz to the end of the show.
You kind of foul though, so you gonna leave
A
your
little bit,
legs
little
there?
foul.
No, honestly,
Foul is not even a
Wait,
word.
That was OD foul.
When
But I
you
got-
come down and with
Yeah,
him.
so this was where I was sitting in New Orleans.
oh nice.
So let me see yours. Let me see that floor. See, I hope you took the pictures.
Yeah, no, I did. Oh, I'm gonna show you New Orleans, and then I'm gonna show you. We're just trading off
This is
WrestleMania
when
pictures. now.
yeah,
I'm about to
this is when
say, we
9-1.
totally
So,
sidetracked.
well,
It's
you know,
fine.
we're reliving our WrestleMania moments
There
because
you go.
Tampa is going to be
So much fun.
a movie. Even though Tampa, the city, is a little boring. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I scoped it out when I went to Raw. It's a little boring, but I think with all the wrestling fans and like, there's a lot of different things going on.
We're gonna find a way.
This is where we were for
Oh, okay.
New Orleans.
Oh, we had a great seat.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then actually New Orleans was the first time I did Supercard, where I saw it was Cody versus Kenny.
Ooh.
And then the next morning, which was WrestleMania morning, I did the meet and greet for Kenny Omega.
Oh, nice.
But we were low-key half drunk and still asleep on that line. I waited 2.5 hours with WrestleMania morning
That's mad
to meet
funny.
Kenny Omega. But to go to Ring of Honor, and I didn't pay anything. I literally landed that night, an hour before the show, got in a car, went straight to the arena where Ring of Honor was, and then went to my hotel, checked in, and went to Bourbon. Like, it was, New Orleans was by far best time. Best time.
So this was our seats.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, not terrible, right? And then when I decided to, go down,
No,
right?
I literally I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
This is not zoomed in. This is like the right in front of me. I just so happened to walk to that concourse, which was crazy. And then for the rest of the show, this is where I was at.
Yeah, no. So like I'm sitting in my little nosebleed seat, right? So
It wasn't that bad.
it wasn't that bad, but it was.
But guess what? People behind you, it gets worse.
Oh yeah, but there wasn't a lot of people behind us. Let's just put it like that.
Oh, okay.
So I call him, and I'm like, yo, like,
You
where'd
alive?
you go? He's like, I'm down. I went down. I was like, you went down?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. He was like, you went
Down?
You went down. Yeah, I'm down by I'm by the ring, and I'm just like, oh, you're down by the ring.
So where did you go?
Cause it was like by that time, because what happened was he was able to go down during that time because that was during the Miz Shane match when it was a falls count anywhere, and so they were like essentially the crowd was following them. So you could easily go down
And slip right in.
just slip right in.
And the outfit I was wearing, I looked like I belonged on the floor anyway.
So then, and then it was like, I guess after the match was over, security just told everybody to go back to their seats, and so Angie just like went
I
back.
literally just was like, don't make no eye contact, don't look at nobody, because then they're gonna go, where's your ticket? I was just like, I found like a little crevice, and I stayed there for the rest of the
You
night.
stand or sat? You stand or sat?
I was in between. I was like standing. I was mostly sitting though, because I'm just like, this will be the match that somebody goes, hey, where's your ticket? Huh? Okay, so I left it up. I left it in the bathroom.
It's in the sky.
Huh.
Right. No, and then this guy behind me, because I kept saying, I want to take home a chair. This guy behind me is like, hey, my friend works for WWE. I'll get you a ticket so you can take home the chair. And he gave me a ticket like 20 minutes later. I was like, oh, nice. And I took home 2 and I gave him the other one.
And gave me the other one.
You see, there you go, man. He gave me a chair.
Yeah.
I had a chair. It's in my room.
Oh,
But still,
wait, you gave him the
He
chair?
gave me-
I gave him the other chair, yeah.
Oh,
it was
'Cause I
just
had
mad
two.
funny.
Nice.
It was mad funny though when I saw him because we went down. I went down. I'm tight. I'm cold. It's about to rain because
Yeah, because
and we-
towards the end of the night, it poured.
Yeah, and we were waiting for the train.
Yeah.
So
So let me fast forward to, so we were at Legends, and that was because I didn't go, like I decided I was like, I'm not going to spend rent money on fucking WrestleMania.
Hello.
I've been to the last 3 ones, and combined, my whole trip experience was equal to the WrestleMania ticket at home.
Right.
So it didn't matter. So shout outs to Matt Mania podcast out in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
With Mega Ran and Teak and all of them. So I had met them. So Mega Ran does like music, and he's done like music.
He did the song for
Ring of Honor.
Oh my god.
Right. 'cause
Wait,
that's
I
what
went
that
to
Bubba Ray
Supercard.
beat up.
Oh,
A
okay.
Bubba Ray beat
So
up.
it's connecting the dots. So you see,
Okay.
Yeah, he
who
came to
I
our
knew.
party.
So they came to the party and whatever, because they were like, nah, we couldn't get tickets, like it's too expensive type of thing. And they were in New York. So I was like, bet, come to the party, come hang out. I took care of them. We all sat with them. I sat with them all night. And then the night comes, and they're like, yo, how do we get back to Brooklyn? And I was just like, oh, that's on my way home. Like, I'll take y'all, because they was going to the Marriott. Not thinking, oh shit, that's the host hotel. But I was like, oh, okay, I'll take y'all to the Marriott. It's right there by J Street. So we get on the F train.
right.
Nothing crazy. We get into the hotel. I first walk into the hotel because I didn't know what they were going there for, but there was that WrestleMania after party at the hotel.
Oh.
So I go in, I walk in with them like how you did down there, like
Right.
like you belong. So I was just like, fucking Drew McIntyre right there in fucking shorts. I said, oh shit, this is turn up time. Okay, we go to the escalator. The whole
What's the first time you hearing
is
this?
jumping. I don't know, because the first time probably really telling the story. So the whole party jumping, and then me and my homeboy T, we're by the bathroom because he's charging his phone. Fucking Sergeant Slaughter and Tyler Bate go into the bathroom, come out laughing. It was ridiculous. Fucking Roderick Strong and his wife go to the bathroom separately, and then come out. They're trash. Like everyone, when I tell you the Rock's mom walked past me, guys, it took me everything not to mark out. Like I was like, oh my god. But the highlight, she's super pretty in person. It was her and Tamina. Tamina was with her.
Tamina!
So, fast
Yo, that's
forward.
my baby cakes, man. That's my milk.
And then I
love
saw
her.
Seth and
Baby,
Becky. That's how I
yeah.
knew that was real. Because they came up the escalator together. And I was like, oh shit.
Okay. I don't care
And then
about that.
last week, because girl had to work the next day. So I was like, I'm not going to keep partying. But they going to get me in trouble with life. So... what you call
I
it?
had
So
to stop
then
after that. After y'all
Kofi-
G1 Supercard after party, I got home at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
see, every night the sun was beating me home WrestleMania weekend. It was ridiculous. So Kofi comes up the escalator, and Mega Ran knew his brother. Like one of them knew his brother. So they was chopping it up or whatever, and then Kofi had came over. And we all was like kind of surrounding him and like thanked him. Like we were just like, listen, like you don't understand. Like I told him personally, I was like, you don't understand the type of impact you just made on our culture right now. Like you don't understand. And when I tell you, he's by far one of the most humblest person like people I've ever met. He was just like, no, thank you. Like
So you met him. So it's like we met him twice.
we met him at Wally Mania, but then I met him WrestleMania night after he won. So we took a picture. We like literally lifted him up like Simba. Me and the boys lifted him up like Simba. How like they was like, yo, can we pick you up for the picture? He's like, yeah, sure. Picked him up and took a picture with the WWE champion the night he won. So that to me was the highlight of my WrestleMania weekend was that because
we had a crazy weekend. I didn't realize
that's what I'm
that.
saying. Like WrestleMania weekend,
You
I
drunk
feel
with
like
James Storm.
I did take a whole shot with James Storm.
That's fine.
I got drunk with Brian Pillman Jr. and
Yes.
and Davey Boy Smith Jr.
We got
man,
we smoked with
we smoked with Val
we smoked with Val
Venus.
Venus.
Oh, nice.
We smoked no. We smoked
Val
with
Venus.
a couple of WWE people.
Oh, we did. I'm not gonna
We're
say
not gonna say
nobody. I'm
nobody.
not gonna say nobody else
but
because
just best
he's
believe-
definitely been on TV more recently.
Shout out to Isaiah Wolf who got us the VIP at Wild Mania.
We just walked in. It was ridiculous. So to say
Listen,
this,
next year I need to be with y'all.
next year, next year is gonna be a movie because shout out to Spurs City Podcast with Shane and Montezi. Montezi did our theme song and they're doing like a whole like house party theme with Ariel Monroe. Like Tampa's
fine.
gonna be.
I love her.
That's your girl right there. We know her on
She's
too.
like my
she's
spirit
mad
animal.
cool.
I love
She's
her.
by far the
You never met her
dopest
before?
person.
No, I've never met her.
Yo.
Oh no, you got to.
You gotta meet her,
She's by
dogs.
far
You will
the
love her.
dopest. Next time she's in New York,
Yeah,
I'll let
you
know.
gotta meet her.
She's
You gotta
by
meet her.
far the dopest person.
Yeah.
But we're gonna jump right in from our WrestleMania stories into probably the last match.
It was Trish and Charlotte Flair.
I'm all for this match. The boys aren't, and I don't care because
for this match, too.
This is
This is a dream match.
This is a dream.
This is a dream match.
For y'all.
That's what I said. This is a dream for me because to me it's era versus era, and you can't. And I told even when I told them on the podcast, I said it's like look at it like when Gail versus Tessa happened, and everybody looked at like why is this going on? Like what do you mean? It's era versus era. It's who wants to be the best now going against who was the best then.
Then, yeah.
Like, you don't get more, and it's in her hometown. She gets to wrestle in her hometown. Like, come on.
I'm just saying.
I feel like this is gonna be another really good match.
I agree.
I feel like it's
I'm not against this match. I'm for women's wrestling. I love women's wrestling, but it's just like, you know what? I don't have no expectations for this match because I don't want to be disappointed. This is why I built up no expectations for this match. Because I see a lot of women's matches, WWE, I built up so much hype. Like, for example, Sasha versus Charlotte Flair in the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Boy, that was Botchmania. I think Botchmania probably got extra million clips off of some of the botches they
That's
did.
a fact.
And that was disappointing to me, you know? And when I had no expectation between them versus False Count Anywhere at Raw, I was more enjoyable.
I love that match. I
Oh,
can
man.
rewatch that match any day.
Oh,
that match
man.
is so great.
Man.
I love that match.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But that match to me, I have no expectations. So
I low-key want Trish to win, though, but I know Charlotte gonna win.
Yeah,
I feel like Charlotte's
beat
gonna
her.
win.
Charlotte gonna win, but I just feel like I really want...
you gotta kill each other.
Yeah, like, they really, like...
They gotta
You
go
gotta
at
kill
it.
each
They
other.
either have to open the show or they have to go on really towards the end. Like, it cannot
Yeah.
be a middle...
Yeah,
it can't be a
yeah.
calm down match.
I feel like it definitely
at
has to
all.
open the show.
But I
does have to
really
open the
hope
show.
they open the show.
I mean,
If they open the show with Trish's theme song,
that's what I'm saying.
Bruh, Lil Kim laugh, open the show, I would lose my mind.
And rock and roll.
Like,
the fact you have Lil Kim do your theme song, that's not
What's Lil'
spoken
Kim?
about
Light-skinned
enough
Lil' Kim or
because that is
dark-skinned Lil' Kim?
iconic.
yeah.
No, see, I'm not messing with you today.
What'd you
All
say?
right. He said light skinned Lil Kim or dark skinned Lil Kim. So what we gonna do? We gonna end the show right here.
That was... Oh, wait, I'm trying to think. No, I think that... Transitional look.
That was transition. That was brown skin.
Definitely
Lil' Kim. That was brown skin
transition.
Kim. That was like
That was
pre-lighters
like-
It
up.
was like the pre... Yeah, it was like the
Pre-lighters
pre
up.
before she really...
That was gray
really
area look.
Yeah.
That was like when everybody still thought she was bad boy. She wasn't.
Yeah.
Do they still get royalties for that?
They better.
I think so.
Dang.
It's her song.
It's her song.
Yeah. I guess Lil Kim's song.
And didn't Nikki do Victoria's?
No,
Yeah.
she did. No.
Yeah, Nikki
Or
did
Victoria's?
Victorious.
I thought she did Stephanie.
No.
No, Nikki.
Nicki
what's
Minaj
I Ain't
did
the Woman
Victoria's
That-
theme
That's
song.
definitely Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
Victoria?
Yes.
Like,
I ain't know what to mess with. Yeah, think about it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Nicki Minaj.
really?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna front.
I'm a fanatic for
We
theme
talked about this
songs.
before.
We
talked
always talk about
Theme
theme songs.
songs, before back in the day, there was more like for wrestling. Now, you can play them in the car. They club bangers.
Nah, because
That's
Bianca
true.
Belair's is a whole bop.
I love her theme.
How about you could walk in a room and they play Undisputed Era theme song? I feel like I am the boss bitch of any room I walk in with that song coming in. Like,
I literally go, I'm walking down the street and I go boom. And
Like-
people look at me like I'm crazy and I will walk down the
when
street
I
like
tell
this.
you, when I was at Evolve, When I watched the Evolve, when it was
I would do the
Cole,
Kyle guitar, everything.
when it was Cole versus Tozawa, that boom in Philadelphia was sound breaking. Like you can, everyone, even when Takeover was here the last like 3-4 years, like it was sound breaking. Like
I say one theme song, I can always put it on. I feel like I can, like yo, I feel like I'm the ish. Kevin Owens.
oh, Kevin Owens, that bumps.
Yeah, Kevin Owens got that fighting music. Like, if you ever get into an argument with somebody,
That's Nicki
Oh, that's
Minaj.
definitely
So,
Nicki.
yeah, that's Nicki.
That's Nicki. Yeah, because I was like,
How did you call up Nicki Minaj and be like, listen, I need you to do this?
No, this is pre like her, because remember
Before she blew up.
This is before she blew up.
Yeah, because Victoria
Oh,
had
yeah.
that theme song for a long
But
time.
then again, like this is like that's how Break Guy's theme song. They have literally a whole catalog of like people who put their music out, and WWE people just choose it.
This royalty free stuff. Bunch of royalty free stuff. And it's like, oh, let's just get this one.
And if they pick it, you get paid for it. That's how Break Guy's theme song, first one.
Joey.
Speaking of theme songs, people don't know that Wrestling Flow actually does Sean Spears' AEW theme song.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I heard it at Fighter Fest.
AEW's theme song?
Wrestling Flow. Josiah Williams.
Oh.
He did Sean Spears. I was listening to it at when he came out at
get away
Fighter
with
Fest.
that?
He probably did before he got
I was
signed
like,
to
he had
WWE.
to have done that before he got signed because WWE is very, very clear.
Oh yeah.
If you gonna work with us, this
Only
is the
us.
only company you making music for. Period.
Literally.
Like, so I'm like, whoa.
But anyway.
Speaking of that, I'm intrigued at the fact that they put Tully on him.
Who?
I think Tully Blanchard.
That's a fire
I
move.
think that was an unexpected, but such a hot move. And I was telling the boys, I was like, it gave me flashbacks of Four Horsemen days because the whole rivalry with Dusty and the Four Horsemen.
Right.
And I was just like, yo, if Dusty was alive, how fire it would have been for Cody to walk out with his dad and for Sean Spears to walk out with Tully.
You only get holograms.
My God, we're not getting holograms.
AEW's not
They
getting
don't got that budget. And they got that budget, but they ain't got that budget.
You got
Give him a year.
faith in wrestling. When AEW came, they had 3 different tag team matches. They all felt different. That's when I realized that I have faith in AEW now. I have faith in wrestling because this is what I grew up on: wrestling, and not so much on the entertainment side.
Sports entertainment.
side. Yeah, it wasn't so sports entertainment. It was more wrestling. You know, like. Come on, like how many of us used to do Stone Cold Stunners to our brothers and stuff like that? You know, probably for y'all it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean,
I was doing,
my generation
I was doing
was
attitude adjustment.
more attitude adjustment.
Well,
yeah,
FU.
FU. Yeah,
Yo,
that was,
this is a crazy conversation.
Yeah.
Generation. So y'all was the FU.
In the RKO.
in the RKO.
Ours was
Which
the,
is not.
ours was the
Try to
Stone Cold
pass over
Stunner,
the
Right.
Diamond Cutter.
the
That's
3D,
fine.
Yeah.
I did the 3D.
the 3D,
I did
and
Mad 3D.
the Rock Bottom. And depending if you was a big dude, you pick up someone shorter than you,
Okay,
choke
speaking
slam.
about moves though, like I highly recommend everyone to go see Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw. It was really, really good.
I heard mixed reviews.
And the fact that I thought it was good, I
you
think it's a
wrestling
good
moves?
story. Yeah, so that's the part I'll get to. So I don't want to spoil it, but towards the end of the movie, when you see Roman and you see Rock, and they doing wrestling moves, you get excited because you're just like, oh shit, I know, like
They
I
did big
get
boot, they
it.
did
Yeah, so
close
like
arm.
even when Rock was in his first one was a Fast Five.
That's 5. He did the rock
Yeah,
bottom.
he did the
Yeah.
rock bottom. Yo,
To Vin
me and
Diesel.
your brother marked the fuck out of the movie theater. We went to a premiere and marked out. Like they should have kicked us out. Like we were front row and they should have kicked us out. Legit. That's how marked out we got.
That's probably
So what else
probably
did
me
he
during
do?
all these Avengers.
I know Roman
movies.
did the
That was-
Yeah, he
hoo-ah.
does that. That's fucking annoying.
That's
Whatever.
cool.
But he doesn't say any words though in the movie. So it's like, okay.
You don't need
You
to.
don't need
He's
to.
a raw.
It's not
Like
about
he
you.
be cancer.
You know what's funny is this kind of
That's the excuse we use for
Oh
all Roman Reigns discussions.
you know
He be cancer.
that kind of ties into our topic from last week's episode. There was something that you saw that Roman wants to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
As what?
I don't
So
know.
he wants to rip up Batista? I'm confused.
A Roman,
Who? Okay.
Roman versus
Who
Batista
can he be in the Marvel universe?
I don't know.
Like the only person I see him like if he could act a lot better is Spider-Man enemy, the Hunter,
Craven.
Craven the Hunter.
Ooh,
I'll be
interesting.
fired.
But he has to
Craven
be
has
step
an
his acting
accent.
game.
Craven is Russian? No, not Russian. Craven is from somewhere. I should know this. I'm like the biggest Spider-Man fan.
About to
on the
say you have a
planet.
whole.
But I
Marvel
will
podcast.
say about the movie though, it does low key. It makes you want to go to the island of Samoa though. no bullshit. Even though they recorded in Hawaii,
Same thing.
fun fact, but it makes you like want to go and like learn the culture and understand like
Our
where
black
they come
cousins?
from. Long lost cousins, like cousins removed.
Like I feel like how when our uncles,
The twice.
you know, had like an Asian baby and nobody just went.
Nobody really talked.
No one talked about the Asian baby, and they raised them. Then the Asian / black baby had other black
Where did you
babies.
get an Asian baby from?
Because like if you really think about it, Hawaiians basically Asians. Like if you look at the bloodline, they're basically Asians, black Asians.
I mean, but that's just like Filipinos or Spanish Asians.
Yo, this is getting.
They are.
So
Because Spain conquered the Philippines, so they started smashing them, and because they're low, Filipinos.
So you think that you think that
No, Native Americans are
African
Native Americans, 'cause
Americans
I know where you're going
are
with that.
basically black Native Americans? Technically, there's black people here in America, so we're
Yeah,
black
this
Native
journey about to get
Americans.
real woke.
Well,
For no reason. I'm so sorry. Like,
so that is the SummerSlam card.
my bad.
As of Monday, there are probably going to be more matches added, and I
But
guess these on
are the
our
matches.
own-
These are the only matches that matter.
That
Yeah.
matter because we know them.
Yeah, these are the matches that I really care about. The
Yeah, if they do anything else extra, it's probably gonna be pre-show.
pre-show, yeah, like I expect
kickoff show.
Kickoff.
maybe like a
Vince
cruiserweight
hates
title, the SmackDown tag
Cruiserweight title is
titles.
coming up. It's Drew Gulak versus I forgot his name. Can't remember, but it's a cruiserweight match.
All right, well,
Yo, Drew is a beast. Like,
Drew is a beast.
Oh
He
my
got a beard.
god.
That's
really
why.
like Drew
Anyone who
Gulak.
has beards is like you get beastness. You should
Like
grow a
that
beard,
match with
Janelle.
him and Riddle.
You grow a beard, you
I know that joint was a
Who's growing a
banger.
beard?
You know, you become a monstrous.
Who?
I'll laugh at you grow a beard.
Who the fuck is growing a beard?
okay.
Why the fuck would I grow a beard?
To be funny,
What
it's like a
type of
laugh track show.
testosterone would I
It's like a
have
laugh
to
track
take?
show.
I'm gonna have to take shots to do that? No. I like how I look. Thank you.
All right,
So weird.
all right. Just so the last
I know I'm
segment
weird.
for the day.
Yeah, I'm not bleeping out anything.
The last segment for the night, right, is going to be so we've had about half a year of WWE so far, a little bit over. It's about 9 months the year so far. I want to ask off the top of your head, what's your favorite match on the main roster, favorite match on NXT that has happened from January to today?
Oh shit! You should have asked me this before I came on the show, then I'll be
Yeah,
prepared.
yeah, I mean, I didn't think about it.
ooh.
I want a genuine answer. I want on the spot answer.
Yeah, y'all two first.
I mean,
Shit, it's not my show. Y'all should go.
I want to say
I'm
the
a
main
guest.
roster is come back to me. I don't know, it's a lot.
All right, so NXT.
You cheated because you came up with this question. Now you got the answer.
Yeah.
Technically.
NXT would definitely be. Did he win it this year? Dream winning the North American title.
Yeah, he won
If
it
that
at
was
New
this
York.
year. Yes,
Okay.
that to
Okay.
me.
He did not win it in New York. Dream
See,
didn't
no.
win the title in New York.
No, he won it
at Full Sail.
at
against
Full
Gargano.
Sail against Johnny Gargano.
But guess what? That was in 2019.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, answer is still valid. I say that because Dream is, you really are like Dream because you guys are the same age.
We are.
Like people forget Patrick is barely 22,
Yeah, barely.
That's mad.
barely. And he's not even hit his like prime, and that's the thing
That's scary.
that I've always liked about Patrick, aka Velveteen Dream, and it's scary because, and it's the one thing I always remember from that Tough Enough season when he lost, when he should have won. But if you ever watched a clip of Jericho giving him advice, and Jericho encouraged him, because I think that was like one of his coaches, and Jericho told him, he was just like, "Do not stop what you're doing. You are going to be big one day." Like
He said on his
straight up
podcast, too.
told him,
He said on his
like,
podcast,
you
too.
are going to be something huge
He
one
said
day.
that. He said
So
that.
do not
said
take
that.
this as an L.
I remember.
Take this as a lesson and grow from it. And has he not grown
Yeah.
from it? He's
Oh, he
absolutely.
He said it like
he's blossomed
like
from
on
that.
his podcast. I remember this. It's funny you said that. It triggered a memory. He had it on his podcast. I didn't watch Tough Enough that year. He said, "Yeah, Patrick is gonna be something."
Yeah.
He said it. He's like, "Patrick is gonna be something." Jericho called him for anybody.
So I would say that moment of him winning the North American title, his first title in
Alright, main
WWE. Me, you have to give me some time because I don't even fucking
So,
know.
all right, for me, main roster, I have to go Kofi Kingston. Not
I
because
don't
he's
want to
black.
say that.
I-
but
Not because he's black, nothing like that. Because I like the build up to the storyline.
Okay.
You know, I made a video about that. It was
damn,
very
that didn't happen to my
entertaining television. Like the fact he went to 2 different gauntlet matches, the fact he went through
What
all
I'm
of this,
thinking of did not happen
and
this year.
his mans, he's like, yo, listen, you went to 2 more gauntlet matches, you're good. Your mans, if your mans respects you, then they gotta win this match.
Right.
There was a lot of key moments where like, this is the moment I realized like, yo, I almost cried. He said that, nah. And was like, nah, I ain't gonna fight you. Come on. He's like, nah, man, you're gonna fight me. Like, 11 years. 11 years. I was just like, a tear came down. The New Day, you see, they all beat up, and then the Usos is like, nah, man, that got our respect. We fought. And to
He's
see him
so
at Wale
emotional,
Mania,
it's ridiculous.
and everybody's
yeah.
just like,
That was a
everybody's just
moment.
like, yo, you better win. Booker T said that, yo,
We got
come
you.
on, we got you. Do this for me. Do this for all of us. Triple H did me dirty. Yo,
Let
bring it
that
home,
go.
dogs.
Let
and
it
what
go.
happened when he won?
He can never.
Yo,
get
when
over
the
that.
video of Shad and MVP at that bar just crying,
Yes,
Yeah.
I was just like,
because he did it.
But
Because
literally, I feel like that was all of us getting super emotional because, like, and you know, it's always the argument of saying like, there's been black champions before, but it's just like, and I tell people, it gave that Obama-like feel, like you never thought in your lifespan you would see it actually happen in real life time. Like when Obama won, like I remember I was in college, I was a sophomore in college, like literally the whole campus lit up the moment they announced him winning. And it was the same at Legends, like when Kofi won, literally the building
Everyone cried.
shook and everybody
Everyone
was
cried.
just, you see everyone hugging people that you didn't even know. You didn't even have to
Yeah.
know the person next to you. That's how much of an effect him winning had on the culture, had on the wrestling community, was literally it brought us all together for that one moment. And that's why it's important to keep him as champion until next WrestleMania. I don't care what you do.
I don't have an
do it.
NXT moment, but I have an AEW moment.
Okay.
That's not the question.
It's still Indies technically. Cody versus Goldust,
ooh,
and that ending, he was just like,
I need my older brother.
I don't need a partner. I need my bro.
Oh my God. It wasn't the question though. But
That was you and Wilkins.
No.
Where
We
you
don't
at?
have-
You at?
no,
We don't have moments like that. Like we don't hug.
they don't.
Crazy thing about it, I hug everyone else, but not that nigga.
That's a fact.
Where you at?
Oh, him, he at his little wrestling school. I'm so proud of
Yeah.
him and his little
I guess. No, I'm just playing.
his
I'm
little
about to be there with
progress.
you soon.
Well, cause he trains at HOG
You didn't know Train to
now.
Hawk?
Huh?
You didn't know Wilkins Train to Hawk?
I didn't.
Yeah,
He
he
trained
started
at
to
Hawk, yeah.
about, I would say probably the top of the year. He started. It was like one of the things like he was like, it's like a goal of mine. Like he's like, it's kind of like bucket list kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So he started doing it and been doing it since the beginning of this year.
Shout out to Yaya for becoming champion.
I feel like that's a moment.
Yaya?
Yaya with it.
Boy, it's our boy Yaya. He's like around Yaya age, right?
Yeah.
Yo, we was at Battle Club, right? And then
Always miss the indie shows.
everybody was
See, now if you
cheering
ask
for
me
him.
about an indie
Yeah,
show
we got you. Like
match,
literally,
I could tell you,
everybody. It was
like,
like what was it? Fatal 4-way? It was a fatal 5-way. What was it?
No, it was like a fatal 5-way with
Fatal
him,
Grim,
Graham,
the other light skinned big dude.
What's his name? Green something. Somebody else.
It was too bright. Yeah,
Regardless.
regardless what it is, just like everyone was cheering
Yaya
for
is a high
Yaya.
flyer, thicker.
Like everybody was like,
And that's
yeah, and he lost. But a couple weeks later,
He
he
won.
became champion.
Yeah,
I
and
felt
the
weird. And
promotion.
like
PWX. Shout out to PWX.
that's how guys like when
George Smith,
Yeah.
the South School down in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Shout out to them. Shout out to Vanna. Shout out to all those guys over. I can't remember. Like when Yaya won that championship,
Yeah, we were super
I
excited.
felt like
for him.
we all won it, dogs.
That's
And
nice.
he finally got on Black Wrestling Alliance as champion.
Yeah.
That's like
So
the
now
best
his
goal for
next
everybody.
match
Every
is-
black wrestler come up to us, yo, hang out on Black Wrestling Alliance. No, he's like our 5th member. Like, don't worry about that guy. Like, man, shut up. Like,
He said, "Shut up."
Honestly, if I had to pick an NXT,
yes, you're
Moment.
the NXT guy.
I would probably pick Johnny, Candice, and Tommaso after the match when they all were hugging on stage. So I didn't like get emotional during the match. I actually cried after the match during that.
Oh, that whole breaking kayfabe situation.
Yeah, I thought that was
That I
like
didn't really care for, but okay.
No, that I actually really did love that moment, and I mean, yeah, I think.
I mean, Ross, it's so hard. Like,
Yeah,
the
it's-
one I was actually gonna say it happened. When did Brock and Brian happen? Was that
Survivor Series
Survivor
2018.
last year.
So
That's still the same thing.
That would have been it for me, because
No, mine would have been
Brian
Ronda
really,
and Charlotte.
you really
Because-
thought that Brian almost had it.
right, and that's what I actually,
Oh.
and that's the thing that I like about Brock, is because when the task comes to him, he could show up, because the year before that it was him versus AJ, and that was a phenomenal match, literally.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. But that whole Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, like champion versus champion, I was like,
The champion?
whoa.
Breaking.
What?
So we're definitely having new women's tag champs tonight because the Iconics were just pinned and eliminated from the Fatal 4-Way elimination match.
Oh,
Praise
but he's
the
low.
Lord.
Oh, I hate these Iconics.
Kabuki
I like
Warriors, these two, and Nikki and Alexa.
Better not be Nikki.
Oh, it's gonna be Nikki and Alexa.
It is going to be Nikki and
They're on
Alexa.
Raw. That makes. But that was the whole. I told y'all that was the whole premise of them putting Nikki as this like gullible, like, oh my god, like you're my best friend, so that now they can play the best friend role. It's basically Bailey and Sasha 2.0 if you really dig deep into it. And then eventually what's gonna
Because
end up
Sasha was
happening is
gonna
Alexa's
pick her
gonna
up.
screw Nikki. And then that's gonna be a whole match itself. So it comes full circle. That's wrestling recycle shit. We all know that. Accept it. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Now, wait, did you give your main roster?
My main, you know what? My main roster would have been Ronda Charlotte, but I forgot it happened last
Survivor
year.
Series
See,
Yeah.
2018.
So,
it's so hard.
I would
this
say.
year, this year sucks for wrestling. Man.
No,
Yeah.
it's not that it doesn't suck. It's just like, honestly, for me, I think I went to more pay-per-views last year than I did this year. Like, I went to Money to Bank in Chicago. I did take over here. Like, I did take over in Chicago. Like, I just feel like when you're present, you have a different experience.
True.
And you remember that. So, like, it's like, oh, and then if it's a big four, you remember that, because that whole Brock thing was Survivor Series. So I remember that. But,
what was your mention?
I actually have two main roster moments. It was definitely Kofi at WrestleMania, but my other main roster moment was Boston Hug Connection being crowned the first ever women's tag champions. Because I sat there at Legends Bar and definitely was tearing up.
Yeah,
I was crying up.
I paid
he
attention.
was super
Yeah,
emotional. His
definitely
girl
was sitting
won.
there like,
She did it.
That match was good though.
it was a good match.
I like that it was in an elimination chamber.
Yeah.
To me, elimination chamber holds special to me, because that was
Yeah,
the
me
first pay-per-view that I ever been to, was Survivor Series 2002, which
Shawn
was the
Michaels.
first elimination chamber where Shawn Michaels won.
With those brown
So, yeah, it was terrible pants.
You know what?
But
Yeah.
so it's like, to me, elimination chamber just holds so much weight to me. So to see them actually put the women in it to be for the tag titles, which, I mean, honestly, I don't really care for them having the tag title
Yeah.
thing anyway. But that's a whole different
For me, that's
conversation.
SummerSlam. SummerSlam is the first pay-per-view I've ever watched live, and that's the first pay-per-view I ever went to live.
See, so yeah.
But what about you?
Okay, so
Yes, it is.
NXT moment was, I'm surprised that nobody said this, the Street Profits winning the NXT Tag Team title.
Right.
Well, that's second though.
I feel like, but it wasn't just the fact that they won; it was how they won.
They
Because
won
if
in
y'all
a
saw
ladder
the way
match.
Montez jumped off that top rope onto the
Not even
ladder
off the top where he springboarded.
in with precision and looked dead in what you call his face
One of
eyes
them.
and just rocked him off the ladder
And took the belt.
and took the belt.
I gotta watch that
Fire.
match again. I gotta watch that match again.
That was a fire match.
And
It
that
was the
spear from
only-
Angelo Dawkins
Yes.
was lit.
Was
I gotta watch
fire.
that. I gotta watch that match.
So that was definitely my NXT moment. Main roster moment was, I guess I could definitely go with Kofi winning the title as well. It was just such an important match and an important moment. I feel like the match is underrated. Like people,
No, the match was actually really, like, I'm
Was
telling
it
you,
a 5-star
Daniel
match or
Bryan low-key-
4.5?
Daniel
Huh?
Bryan low-key
Was it
don't get as
5-star?
much credit.
I think so. I'm not completely
Oh,
sure.
go ahead, Dave.
I'm
Yeah.
glad looking it
I'm
up.
trying to
His
think.
That's my
website's not
NXT and my
confusing.
main
I'm
roster
trying to
moment,
think
though.
main roster though. Like, what else has happened? I mean, I feel like
The birth of the 24/7 champ. No, it's not. The first ever 24/7
the
championship.
PG
Titus
version
O'Neil.
of the hardcore title, 24/7. That's what I call it.
It grew on me.
It has grown on me too.
But I think that's
R-Truth.
the point. And
The R-Truth Championship,
the 24/7 European television champion.
the 48/7 TV. Yo,
European.
Not even 48-14.
Like, he's ridiculous, but
I'm just gonna call it the R-Truth Championship
Yeah.
because it is. He's an 11-time.
damn, I feel like all good moments did happen last year too. Evolution happened.
Right, and we're
This year
not getting
sucks.
another evolution this year. So.
Why not?
Saudi money.
But see, the thing they're talking about is
All female SmackDown.
right. They're talking about
I
all
heard
female
that.
SmackDown because the time that they
That
would
would
be at
actually be
Saudi,
great.
That would
they
be
would-
fire.
it would fall the same day.
But Saudi could be in the morning and SmackDown be at night.
Well, no, they have to already be in Saudi Arabia because of that time difference. For us, it would be so like Friday morning. So Friday afternoon here is Saturday. I think Saturday.
Oh, no,
night here.
no.
Like they think they're like almost like a day.
No,
ahead
no,
of
no.
us.
That part I get. But it's like for us, we get double wrestling. Well, I'm not gonna watch the Saudi Arabia event. I'm gonna watch SmackDown.
My computer running out of space, y'all.
All right, so we're gonna end this.
All right.
That's how you end the show. No space.
No space on the computer.
That's
Oh,
what
you have no space left on.
I'm about to not have any space left on this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this was fun. This was so much
We can
fun.
do this all the time.
This needs to happen again.
Yeah, we
Except we need to
Yeah.
come to you guys
Of
home
course.
now.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a fact. I would definitely come
We should
through.
call this episode No Space.
No,
No space.
JobberCulture. No space.
No space.
Perfect.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
I'm standing.
But
so,
you guys are always welcome to come on.
We got
Yes.
plugs?
Go ahead, plug. Do what you
Plug,
guys gotta
please.
do.
Okay,
I'm
you're
Mr.
the
Blacc. Check me out on Instagram at _Mr. Blacc, BLACC. Check me out on the Weed and Wrestling podcast where I did an interview. Click the bio. Click the bio link. You should see it in there. Check me out on 3 a.m. podcast. Check me out on there. Stay tuned for the Secret Smokers Society. Yeah, just check us out.
or why don't you plug the actual podcast you're a part of?
Because you're gonna plug it.
How do you know that? You guys can catch us along with Sir Wilkins and Leo the intern when he does return at the JobberCulture podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can see our episodes on either Instagram Live on Wednesday nights or actually now on Facebook Live, which is really exciting for us. And then as the boys mentioned, we have our viewing parties and we do them every month. So if you can't catch us this month, we will be for Clash of Champions
Hopefully a big four in the
September
7
it's the week after my birthday. So the September the 15th, 15th, Clash of Champions at Legends. This Wednesday, Clash of Champions
Oh, okay.
in September if they can't catch us in August. This Wednesday, I will be doing our Big Four episode with the original NWO ladies of the Big Four. So shout outs to Haven and Tati.
Oh, so you did it wrong. Queen Tati.
I didn't do it wrong.
You didn't call her Queen Tati.
I didn't do it wrong.
You just gonna say Tati.
Yeah, I am gonna say Tati because that's what she gonna say. First of all, she low-key's a little princess. She would call herself Princess Tati. Actually,
That's a grown woman.
is what she would
See
say.
her legs? She got legs.
Like Stacy Keibler, yes.
Huh?
So I said like Stacy Keibler.
No.
So once again this Wednesday the Big Four episode, and then you can catch us the following week with the original crew of the JobberCulture podcast. Am I missing anything? No, I don't do personal plugs because my page is private. So
Do you have anything else you have to plug in?
no, that's it. I mean, you can
Battle
catch.
Club September.
Yes. They just announced Battle Club Pro is our home sweet home. So you guys are more than welcome to come out. And it's gonna be the September 28th. I believe it's right before New Japan. So all those.
Stop playing this stuff when I'm not gonna be around.
Sorry,
Oh my
this is
gosh.
not me. But just announced you have their champ Anthony Bowens versus I believe Tessa Blanchard. I'm gonna just hold on. I'm not gonna even hold on. I'm not even gonna hold you to it. And she's really actually really nice in person.
If y'all need a photographer,
Yes.
Cool.
So Tessa Blanchard versus Anthony Bowens, and then you have Shotzi, who was actually at that Evolve 10-year anniversary show, who blew my mind. You have her versus Matt McIntosh, and then you have Jordan Grace of Impact versus Darius Carter. So
Yeah,
the
this nigga
whole
steady beating on women,
the
so.
whole no, but the whole theme of the show is intergender
That's fire.
matches.
Who's LAX fighting?
It's not announced yet, but LAX will be there as well. So it's gonna be a really good show. Once again, tickets are on sale for VIP early access. And all that jazz. So shout out to Joaquin and all the team at Battle Club Pro. We are their premier sponsored podcast, so we always have to push them and show them love. So thank you to them, and thank you guys for having us. Like, this actually was really, really fun.
This was a lot of fun.
So much fun.
This was mad fun.
This is
We
probably
got
gonna be the
sidetracked
most
so many times.
obnoxious episode y'all probably ever had.
The longest one too.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes.
gonna be
no,
great.
but you know
History
what?
making.
You know, a season finale requires having some famous people on here.
So,
Not famous.
yeah.
Not
I'm
famous.
not famous.
Promise. I'm not either. I just know some people.
Me too.
But yeah, I have been Angelo Carter. You guys always know you can follow me on Instagram at Who's Angelo Carter and Twitter at The Angelo Carter. I am wild on Twitter, so do not follow me.
He said-
I'm not on Twitter, but Instagram at Jay the Creative. I can get this mic. Instagram on Jay the Creative. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this season. We'll be back in sometime
September, October.
September, October-ish. But
The
thank you
fall.
guys for rocking with us this season. Continue to follow us on social media, and I'm going to give a shout out to Whitney and Nora for always holding it down with our social media. And yeah, we'll see you guys when we see you guys. Let us know how you feel about this episode. Comment, like, subscribe. Culture 316 everywhere. And we'll see you guys around later, y'all.
Later.